Brad, I was lucky enough to get to go to Target today.
You dog.
I know, it was fun. I got to go with my friend Thomas Kennedy III.
Yeah.
In fact, and it was a good time. We needed some things. We were shooting a music video today, so just went and got a few different props. We're talking charcuterie board.
Oh.
Which I think I pronounced 90% of that word correctly. It sounded a little weird coming out.
I think that's good. I don't think anybody like feels confident with it, but I think that's how you say it.
There's multiple things in that word that I get a little hung up on. Like first is just the soft CH or more of a ch. Is it char?
I char. I don't char.
You go SH.
Mm-hmm.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie board.
And then go straight coot.
I
in
go
the middle.
Cute. You don't want to go cute.
Okay.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie is like your mom's saying it. Walmart's.
Oh, that's so charcuterie. No, that's a nice little Hobby Lobby sign. Like we are so.
He doesn't call me hot.
He calls me charcuterie.
There it is. We went to Hobby Lobby today too.
Okay.
Didn't go on the inside, just the pavement.
What? Oh, just
like danced.
I was like, how'd you buy things from the pavement?
Sidewalk sale.
Pickup? Yeah. Sidewalk sale.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. Anyway, we go to Target, and one of the things we're looking for is a Frisbee.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too hard to find. I know this Target pretty well. This is my home Target.
Congrats.
And I've seen pickleball stuff in there, which I feel like once you start to sell pickleball gear, you've gone through the other sports. You know, like there should be Frisbee gear available.
Sure.
Badminton, ping pong.
Yeah.
Pickleball is kind of the bottom of the rung there. Can't find Frisbee stuff anywhere. And so I do what I don't mind doing too much, but you know, I'm like, I'm going to ask an associate. She's like, oh, this isn't really my section. I'll help you look around. I'm like, okay, I was kind of hoping you could like use your database. So this other guy was like,
use the app. Don't they all have the little thing? Like the little beeper?
Yeah. In Target. Yeah, it's another thing. It sounds like, this is very specific, but it sounds exactly like the old Fortnite bus used to sound like, or just anything honking really. But that's like every time anyone gets a message.
Really?
It's so annoying. All their walkie-talkies go off like a bus horn.
That doesn't seem like, the necessary noise to have on there.
No noise. Just check it every 15 seconds.
Oh.
See, that's better. Okay, no, anyway, so get a little off topic here. I find this other associate, he's willing to like search the database. And he's like, nothing's showing up. I don't know where we keep for Frisbee.
You got a plastic plate that you can turn upside down or something?
We have anything circular. And so then the woman goes, you know what it is? I think Frisbees are seasonal. I think if
okay,
yeah, I don't think we carry them this time of year.
Seasonal, like it's summer.
Come back in February. You want Frisbee? That would be prime time.
Yeah, I don't think we sell Frisbees year round. Also, sunscreen, pop ices, and beach balls.
Inflatable pools have been big, and we don't keep them. Come back for Christmas.
Hank, are we still selling beach balls? Are we? Oh, they went on clearance in July. It's like, what?
Hank! Hank's a good target.
Right?
Hank, get the winter coats.
Yeah.
The ones insulated on the inside.
We sell those year round. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. Ghostrunners podcast. Good. Episode 120.
Almost, Brad. Almost.
I was about to say, like, obviously the wrong answer, and then 20 came out, so I don't know.
You were really close. I'm pretty sure it's episode 119.
Oh, wow. I was really close. Close enough to make it look like I didn't do it on purpose, which I was trying to.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Dang it.
But hey, welcome back to the podcast that Brad and I host.
Yep.
It's called Ghostrunners.
Yep. Here we are.
And we're feeling good today. We've had a good week of content. We just had a good, Patreon's got a little treat this week. Do you want to explain what just happened like 20 minutes before this? It was kind of fun.
The end result was that I won the bet. So Isaac comes upstairs, he's getting ready to go, and he has this cutting board with an outline of a state on there. And just being nice, not knowing, being humble, I go, what state is that? And I think Jake was the first one to be like, are you serious?
No, I didn't know what was happening at first. I didn't look up.
Oh, okay. Then Isaac was like, are you serious? You really don't know what that is? And I believe the words I used were, well, it's not Missouri, right? Like, because I know, like, I don't live in Missouri, but I live very close to Missouri. I know what Missouri looks like. But the way he was acting was like, it's so obvious what state this is. And then they, like, both Jake and Isaac just freak out. Like,
then we ganged
you
up.
don't know what state that is?
I think it was the fact that you went at it like, let me cross some things off the list. Okay, so it's not Missouri, like rather than going at the answer. All right, not Hawaii, not California, could be Oregon.
Texas, no. Like it looked familiar to me, but I was not confident in any sense of the word. And so I know myself well enough to know like, Catherine is texting me like crazy. Stop. I know myself well enough to know that like I can.
It's not your wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's not my wheelhouse. It's not something that I'm like really good at. And Jake, I know Jake well enough to know that that is absolutely Jake's wheelhouse. That is something that Jake, Catherine, there's certain people out there that I'm like, I know you're the type of person that knows 100 of the 50 states.
I think if you're good at nerds, you're also good at like visual geography.
Maybe so.
I think that's it.
That's the coordination.
Yeah.
So Isaac was giving me such a hard time for not knowing this thing. And I said,
all right.
I said, okay, Isaac, hypothetically, if I gave you 10 states right now.
At random.
I did. I said at random. How many of those 10 states would you know? And just being the cocky SOB that he is, he goes, 10.
And with Isaac's confidence, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I feel it. Yeah. Isaac can get 10. I don't know why I went to bat for Isaac.
And
there.
so I go, okay, Isaac, let's do 8 out of 10. If you get 8 out of 10 right, I'll buy your dinner. He was going to dinner right after that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy your dinner. And if you get less than that, you have to give me $5. So not only was I not like, it was like kind of a 3-to-1 bet, but it was also like he could miss a few. And boy, did I choose the right thing.
I pulled out the phone, and I think for the details, you got to join Patreon, but it was so funny. Just what happened.
Like you should just watch a kid's confidence just go down the drain.
I would turn the laptop around and instantly, Alabama. It's like, that's not even the right time zone, dude. I mean, you were not even close.
That one was great. He's like there was another one. Well, yeah, Patreon knows, but he was like, I'm debating between 2 different states. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. And in my head, I was debating against 2 different states too, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I know which one it is.
Brad was,
and he was completely on the other side of the United States with it.
Oh, so good. Poor guy by the end of it. I don't think he's real fired up to go to dinner. I think he's like, man, I don't know anything. I should have went to college.
Seriously. Like, but he was so confident. Like, just like you were saying, like, I was like, he's going to beat me on this thing.
Good for you.
And the very first one you showed as like a practice. And I was like, you showed me just that one. Like you didn't show Isaac. You're like, this will be a practice one. Let's see if he knows this one. And I'm like, I don't know that one. So let's practice with that one. You showed to Isaac. Isaac immediately goes, that's Montana. And I was like, crap, I'm done.
He's locked
This
in.
guy's a savant. There's just certain things that Isaac's maybe good at nerds. I've never played with them before. So I was like, dang it, we're done.
And I'm sure there's certain people out there listening who are probably in the same boat I was 30 minutes ago, just being like, how could you not know every state? But let me tell you, well, I didn't get quizzed, but once I was, proctoring this test and I zoom in on the states, you do lose a little bit of context of like, okay, when you really zoom in on Montana, it could look like it could also be in the Northeast. Like you don't have any kind of scale.
Yeah.
So it's a little tougher than you think.
Isaac also halfway through the quiz was like, well, I was thinking like it was like a blank outline of the United States and like you point to the state. I was like, that's not the same thing at all. Because the state that he had on his cutting board was Arkansas. And I figured out eventually. But yeah, if I would have seen where it was in the United States, I would have known it was Arkansas.
Yeah.
So it's not, I knew it wouldn't be Oklahoma, Missouri, like whatever, all the states around it. So yeah, process of elimination, that thing all day.
One of my favorite Sporkle quizzes is it gives you a state and you have the entire United States to look at, but no state outlines. So you have to click your cursor where the state is.
I remember you said like, oh, that one's so fun one time. So I was like, okay, I'll try this thing. I think I got like 4 states in and then just got done. Can you click any place to start? Like, do you get to choose where you start?
No, it'll just give you Delaware. You do not want to start with Delaware.
No,
you want to start, let's go Alaska, Texas, California. Knock some off.
Man. Yeah. Hattie's just been learning the state capitals recently.
Fun.
And also like the states. And, like we used to, or at least I grew up with the 50 nifty United States, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. So Catherine had this song, but it was like going in the border of the United States. Like, So it was like, these are the northern, whatever, something of the United States. And so it's just like all out of order and it kills me.
Ooh, I would like that. That makes more sense.
Yeah. That's fair.
Visual.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why you and Catherine are so good at those things. So,
wow. We're so good together.
Yeah. Someday, man. Not Catherine, just someday.
Some other nerds girl out there. Anyway, let's talk about, hey,
welcome back.
Dude, this week was so fun. It's like Monday, just solid writing day, writing for Gene Short stuff. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was a fun writing day. It was also maybe not our most productive writing day, but that maybe is what made it so fun.
But then we turned around Wednesday and had just
we turned them out.
Yeah, 3 solid videos. And those were fun too because, for a lot of reasons. But one, I feel like in the game night video and this the Enneagram video we made, there were multiple times where you and I were just completely improvising like a 45-second scene, like way longer than anything we ever do.
Right.
We do it one time, we do one take of it, and Trey's like, yeah, I think that's perfect. I was like, all right, I guess we
Yeah.
I mean, that happened like 4 or 5 times.
Does it ever happen to you where you do it once and you're like, I could do it better if we do it again? That's what I felt a few times. I was like, let's do it one more time. And Trey's like, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And that's kind of like just the I don't know.
That's his style.
Yeah, the
Like,
efficiency
yeah.
where it's like, it's good enough.
Right.
You know?
Let's go. Yeah.
So.
No, yeah, absolutely. I've started basically, I'm just going to try to talk and like talk longer than I think I need to. Cause it's like, we can always cut stuff out.
I've noticed that.
You noticed that? Like
Yeah.
I just kind of keep going and maybe if something funny happens, great. If not, cut that out. Cause we weren't planning on saying that part anyway. So, yeah, it's been fun, man.
Yeah, it's been really fun. And yeah, just getting to, I feel like we're getting better at everything. Just like even, I'm starting to be in front of the camera way more than I have been the past 2 or 3 years.
I had that thought. Sorry, go ahead.
Just to get more comfortable. And I already felt comfortable, I guess, to a sense, but just getting better at like, one of the things that, people always talk about Trey is so funny, he's so this or whatever. But I'm like, the 2 qualities I always thought he was so good at was like his memory and his like acting, like truly being able to like pull off acting.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you have to be able to do a lot of the time. So
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting better at that.
I think I'm realizing as I watch the videos, like how much worse of an actor I am than I thought I was.
Mhm.
Like I was like, dang, this is harder than you think. Like,
yeah, Trey really is like
Yeah.
phenomenal
Yeah,
at
exactly.
becoming all these different types of people.
Yeah. I had that thought just today, like realizing, well, I had the thought about you, like getting more comfortable in front of the camera. Cause I was like, I think I kind of took for granted or maybe whatever, just like didn't realize that you haven't really been in front of the camera that much. Like
We're kind of
obviously-
starting at the same time.
Yeah. Obviously you've done more than I have and you've watched a lot more of the process than
True.
I have. And so you're more familiar with it, but really like you're not that much different than me as far as where we're coming from in front of the camera and like knowing our quirks and our, tendencies in front of the camera. And so I'm like, I think sometimes I was like, holding Jake to this higher pedestal. I'm like, wait a second, like we're both on the same like level here to an extent. Like, so learning how to act basically at the same time.
Yeah.
So, cause sometimes, yeah, at least for me, like Trey at the beginning would always be like, what was the word he always used?
Like,
Bigger,
more energy,
more
Yeah,
energy, more
bigger.
energy, more
Yeah.
energy. And like, that's hard for me sometimes. Cause then I feel like I'm just screaming at the top of my
Mhm.
lungs. And then I realize he just wants it to be more natural most of the time. Like just be more natural and just be big. Like, and I'm like, okay, I can do that.
That's what he was coaching Emily up in our like first date video. Is like bigger energy, but not like as big as Brad's, but like as big, like what's comfortable for you, like what's
Yeah.
normal for you,
Right.
like be a slightly more energetic version of yourself.
Right. Like
That's
what's your character? What's yourself already like? And just be that kind of,
Mhm.
but bigger. Yeah. That's absolutely it. So yeah, we had some fun with the game. Which one do you like more? The game night or the Enneagram?
I don't know if I really thought about ranking them, but I mean, they're both going to be, the game night one will probably be like capture a wider audience, be a little more relatable, but
yeah.
both of them, I mean, I feel like solid Midwest, wholesome vibes to it,
Yeah.
So the Enneagram video, I mean, you guys have heard me talk about this on the podcast for years now, how annoyed I get at it. Well, in this video, I was the annoying Enneagram guy,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
kind of fun. Just relating everything back to like, sorry, I'm late. I'm a 7. I wish I could help it, but I can't. I'm just
Yeah,
always late.
Right.
Or
Can't do anything about it. Just that's just your personality. So you're not going to change. Can you
Yeah.
imagine changing?
it's just a crutch.
Yeah. Can you imagine changing a habit that you have for your whole life?
I can't. I took the test.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. The Enneagram one was fun. Trey knew a lot about the Enneagram,
He does. He has read some books, I think.
Yeah.
I think you can tell.
which is fun. That's great. Good for him.
Yeah, no, it really is. It
Well
helps.
read. Yeah.
He knew about the triads.
That's right. The
I was like, I
triads.
thought that was like the Yakuza, like something in like Eastern Asia.
Same thing.
The triads.
Enneagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, we just had a video come out today, and it was more morning people versus night owls.
Correct.
And I feel like it is doing really well because almost everyone can resonate with at least one of those
You're one of
things.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas before, like the people picky eaters or whatever, it was like so many people were picky eaters, but now it's like people love like making their case for like, I'm a morning person.
Oh, yeah.
I totally understand this. Or I'm a night owl. It's like, yeah, we all are one of those things.
One of Trey and I's first comparison videos we ever made on YouTube was introverts versus extroverts. And people loved it. And it was like, well, it's just because it captures everybody.
Right.
It's so easy.
I feel seen either way.
Yeah. It's like a psychic telling you, like, you might,
Right.
or just like someday you're going to lose, connection with someone you love.
Right.
It's like,
right.
yeah, I bet that will happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good fortune is headed your way.
Okay.
Indefinitely. It's just at some point.
At some point,
you are going to catch a
you're
strike
gonna have
of luck.
something good happen to you. Yeah, I bet.
We also learned Monday while writing that Trey is not a fan of The Dark Knight.
Oh
which
my
was
gosh, dude. Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah. It was Like not a fan is maybe putting it like lightly.
Like can't stand Batman.
He watched half of The Dark Knight and turned it off.
Yeah.
I can't fathom that. I can't understand how did he do that? And he's like, well, he just puts on a mask and lowers his voice and everyone just accepts it. Like, I understand like a little bit of your logic, but give me a break, man. That's like one of the best movies ever. And, like as he's explaining, I was like, okay, whatever. He doesn't like superhero movies. But then he says, yeah, I turned it off halfway through. I was like, what?
You couldn't even finish it?
Yes. We were on the same page about Whiplash. He was like very excited about Whiplash.
He's like top 5 movie all time.
Great movie, 10 out of 10. And then he says Dark Knight, literally can't finish it. And then it was funny trying to explain like the different Batmans to him.
Oh, he was all over the place.
which is funny because like I'm usually the nerd or the non-nerd, like in the MCU, like people trying to explain superhero or
you and I are never the
Lord of
knowledgeable
the Rings.
ones.
Yeah. Like we're always like, I don't know, the Twin Towers. What is it? The Fellowship of
Fellowship
the
of 9/11.
Towers. Yeah. Fahrenheit 2 towers. And it's like, but with him, it was like, you're an idiot for not knowing Batman Begins is the first
that's
one.
the bad one. Don't even watch that one. Right?
But he's like, so Batman Begins. So which one's the first one? I was like, clearly Batman Begins is.
It says Begins.
And he's like, so Dark Knight was the first one. And then.
So that was the one with Bane. No. That's why that was so good because Heath Ledger was like dead when it came. It was like crazy.
Like I wondered if maybe he was messing with us because of how dumb he was with this stuff. I was like, surely
That's Arkansas, dude. That's the outline of Arkansas.
Everyone knows that.
Come on.
Oh, man. So anyway, yeah. But resonate with Trey on pools. Now we got
Pools and
Whiplash.
Yeah.
So just working our way up with Trey. So anyway, fun times with the boys.
Good times. Dude, I had some good times this week. I don't know how well this is going to translate as a story, but I think you'll at least appreciate it maybe.
Okay.
Isaac and I were driving home from something. This could have been a basketball game last Monday or something. Oh, we need to recap basketball.
Yep.
Big
we
E.
lost.
We lost. Yeah, we can recap it actually real quick. We lost.
We lost in the playoffs.
Yeah, it was a good game.
It was close in the end. We were down by 6 maybe.
Yeah, we were down by like probably 7 or 8 with like a minute left. So it's kind of like, all right, it's pretty much over.
Mm-hmm.
Then we make a shot.
Yeah.
Then we call a timeout. They like throw the ball all the way down the court. Luke
That's
tips
right.
it. They tip it. It's kind of a 50-50 ball. The ref gives it to them, which is kind of a bummer. It's like, come on, give it to the guys down by 6.
Yeah.
That's more fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give it to the underdogs. Didn't get to the underdogs. So then like we got this inbounds play on the sideline where it's like, I feel like we're so close to getting a 5-second call. I'm like guarding the inbounds guy and he just throws it off my bread basket. Just like, oh.
That's right, dude. I remember thinking like, did he just like hit him in the junk?
No, he got me in the jejunum.
Did you get mad about that?
No, I was giving him a hard time. I go, rec league, come on. And he goes, dude, I had to do something. And then the ball was soaked. And so then I was joking around. He's like, dude, can we get a towel? I was like, not in rec league. Those are the rules. If you throw it off my stomach, you have to play as it lies. All right. You should have thrown it off my leg or something like a normal person.
And the refs are like, there's 20 seconds left. They're not going to wipe off the
cares?
ball. Yeah. Come on, man. Just throw it in.
Yeah.
Was it also you that fell earlier in the game and they had to wipe it up?
Yeah.
You were just sweating.
They had to wipe it up for a long time.
Like they were looking for a mop. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, maybe we just switch courts at this point.
Yeah, they're almost done with their practice over there on the other court. Let's just go over there.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. And then, so we spent all this time, they can't find a towel. So I spent all this time, like, squeaking my shoe, trying to get up all the moisture off. And then I go to play finally, and then my shoes are just soaked. I'm like, oh, great. I got too much moisture on my shoes now. Now I'm wet. I got
Classic.
wet foot.
Wet foot Jake.
Wet mouth, wet foot. And so anyway, so that back to their sideline play, I'm like kind of protecting my stomach again.
Sure.
I'm like, this dude's an animal.
Yeah.
He'll throw it off anything. I've never seen the stomach throw before. And anyway, he kind of throws an errant pass. I think Scott tips it or something. And then I end up with a steal. Like, holy crap.
I know. I was
We're
like,
about to make something happen.
we're going to win.
I, get a little too scared to take the big shot, pass it to Luke.
Which is the good move.
Yeah.
It's the right move. Yeah.
And he misses a bucket, which is okay. It happens. And then they get the rebound and we just kind of don't even foul.
Yeah, we're like,
oh, well.
Which I appreciate and respected about us. Like, we know, like,
we needed to make that
like,
one.
there's that team that's down by 11 points in like D1 basketball fouling. Yeah, with like 6 seconds left. It's like, come on.
And they had made, I think, probably their last 8 free throws in a row.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what won them the game.
They were stone cold on the free throw line.
We kept fouling them and they kept making it. So, anyway, it got kind of exciting there the last like 30 seconds.
They somehow gave Luke like 7 fouls, I think. Like
he fouled a lot.
He had so many fouls, but I was like, I didn't play for most of the game. I just kind of sat on the bench because I was like, I know my role in this game. And so I kept asking the score lady who was like brand new at it. You could tell she did not know what she was doing. And in the past, like in the championship game, when all the ghosties came, somehow they like fouled Scott out and Scott had like 3 fouls.
That was me. I fouled
Or
out.
was that you?
Yeah, that was me in the championship game.
Yeah. It was like, somehow it was like very wrong.
It was like, that's not true, but I don't know how to argue this.
Right.
So, see ya.
You're the fact checker. So if you say so. And so I kept being like, can you tell me how many fouls? I think Luke was number 20. Number 20 has, and she'd be like 3 fouls. And I was like, are you sure?
You said that last time.
Because he was like, I have 4 fouls. And so I told him like multiple times. So somehow he stayed in the game longer than he needed
That's
to.
nice.
So we had a chance because of the scorekeeper maybe. But
nice.
Anyway.
Dude, I've had some rough like drive-through or just like food service encounters this week, which I know that kind of happens all the time, but whatever. I just want to talk about them real quick.
Okay. I'm sorry, first of all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A video is probably coming out soon if it hasn't already come out on Gene Shore. It's called Small Talk or like Small Talk or whatever.
Yeah.
Really excited about that one. I think we did a good job.
Yeah, it was a good.
That was one of the videos we shot without Trey and yeah, it was solid. Anyway, the Small Talk I've encountered today in the Starbucks drive-thru, shooting, music video shoot. This girl get up to the window and she goes, all right, that'll be like $8.74. And by the way, how do you feel about this weather? I'm like, gosh. And I'm with Trey in the car and, you just talked about the Small Talk video. We're like, this is just so brutal. And I'm like,
were you filming?
No, we weren't.
Okay.
But it was so awful. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty warm. She's like, really? I was like, yeah, I mean, the heat index is like 105. It's pretty warm. She's like, I don't know. I think I might prefer it to be colder and then warmer. And I was like, well, that's like opposite of what you just said, or whatever. She's like, I don't know. What about you? Like, would you rather be hotter or colder? I'm like, Brad literally just asked me this, like in our Small Talk video about the most like brutal stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I drove away just like that woman has asked every single person about the weather today for 4 hours straight. She's like, it's hot out here, right? My goodness.
Oh man. Yeah. That's funny.
So that drove me nuts. And then I went to, you ever been to Bull Creek?
No.
Down at Spring Hill? It's like this distillery. Cool restaurant.
I've never been, but I've heard of it.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah, you went there with your friends the other night.
Went there last Friday night, and I get there a little late. Waiter comes up to me. So I'm a 7.
He's a 7, so expect me late. Yeah.
And he's like, well, what's the name on the ticket? And I go, Jake. And he goes, from State Farm.
No, you didn't.
And just straight face, go, nice, man. It's like the rudest I get if you Jake from State Farm me. So brutal.
Dude, I don't love it. I uncomfortably love when you get mad at people like that. Like I've seen you do that to a dealer before at blackjack, and like after you lost a bunch of money and he's like trying to like make jokes with you and you're like, that's not funny right now.
Good one.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, I give him, nice, man. I'll take a lemonade. And so then the very next day, Chick-fil-A drive-through, me and Isaac in the car. Can I get a name for the order? Jake. Why don't I go ahead and put down Jake from State Farm? Silence. I just don't even say anything. I'm just so mad at this point. Like,
you're just like, what do I?
Shut up. And then so I don't say anything. I let the awkwardness kind of brew. We do 2 orders from the car though. So then Isaac's like, can I put an order too? What's your name? Isaac. But I'm not. Isaac goes, but I'm not from State Farm. Then the guy from Chick-fil-A goes, oh, no, I knew he didn't work from State Farm. It's like from this commercial. And then Isaac and I, without talking about it, we're just so in sync. We're like, wait, what? Like both of us like, what are you talking about? And he's like, those commercials. We're like Chick-fil-A commercials? No, wait, you guys don't know. Okay, like
State Farm is
like really popular commercials.
Like a good neighbor. You've heard of that, right?
Good neighbor. Like I don't live on a farm, so I don't know. Like a county farm or state? No, but he's like, no, how do you guys not know these commercials? They were super popular like a year or 2 ago, which is funny because it's like 7 or 8 probably. Like such a long time
this
ago.
Guy has my version of time.
Yeah,
like, he struggles.
He's like, you guys don't know. I mean, they were so big like a year or 2 ago. Like Jacob State Farm and khakis and Isaac. Like, nah. I think that's
wait, but my name's Drake. Why are you? I just confuse him off the bat. That's funny. You should start like having another name. Like you should start saying your name is LeBron.
Give him something else to work with.
Can I get a name? LeBron. Like, see what he says to that. Like,
are you for real?
Serious?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Okay, I've been going through this every day of my life. All right.
Or what if you just said Patrick Mahomes? And like see what, because like a girl, like I shouldn't stereotype. Somebody out there that's not a big sports fan is not going to know what Patrick Mahomes sounds like.
Oh, great! And
they're going to be like, "Holy crap!" but try to like play it cool because it's just a drive-through. They can't see your face or anything, and so they're going to be like, "Oh my gosh,
Oh
Patrick Mahomes.
my gosh.
And then she's gonna like be like, guys, Patrick Mahomes, this is Patrick Mahomes' order. Like everyone's like, yeah, put extra red ketchup in there. He's gonna love it.
They get to the window like, oh, we thought you were the real Patrick. I'm like, what are you talking? That's my name.
Yeah.
Be a little more sensitive. All right.
Come on, I get
Thanks.
this a lot. Let me guess, you were excited to see a different Patrick Mahomes
Can
from State Farm.
I get a name from that order? Prince. Oh,
Prince
nice.
Fielder. No.
And then the very next day, or
Dude,
I guess it was,
I really do want to. I want to hear a story sometime in the future about how you change your name.
okay, I'll think about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Just
I'll-
try to make it like a famous name.
yeah. Something where they would have something to like compare it to or something.
Yeah.
Like Leonidas or something like, oh, like King Leonidas. Who?
Nah. Yeah.
What book of the Bible is that from?
Yeah. Right.
We could think of some better names, but then like 2 days later, Trey and I, we go to Messenger Coffee and I order some like, lemon berry, scone, just something right up my alley.
Good
just
for you,
sounds
brother.
so nice.
Oh yeah.
Scone.
LBS.
What did you say?
LBS. Lemon berry scone.
Oh, no, I thought it was like LeBron scone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked, I was like, is there any way you could warm that up for me? Because I keep forgetting to do that. I keep going through McLean's drive-through. I always forget to ask them. It's on the.
I always do a thing.
And that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, do you mind warming that up? And he's like, we actually do not have a microwave. And I go, hey, you guys will get there. You keep saving.
Right.
You'll get there. I
Come
thought
on.
that was a
Yeah,
pretty
right.
easy joke.
You know what? 5 more cents in the tip jar. Good luck, guys.
Hey, I
Yeah.
want this going straight to the microwave
Yeah.
fund. All right. But I did that kind of sarcastic. Oh, hey, no worries. You guys will get there. Times are tough. All
Yeah,
right. Keep
yeah,
saving.
yeah.
Keep saving. That's what I say. And he goes, it completely bombs. He goes, well, I mean, it's not a financial issue. Like we have the money for a microwave. And then I was like, oh, okay.
We charge you $6 for a 5-cent coffee. We're doing just fine.
He goes, not only it's not the money, sir. It's a space issue for one. They take
sure.
up some space.
Real estate's expensive, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, they're not making more land.
Nope.
You know the quote.
No.
And he goes, and also, I mean, every one of our pastries is, made fresh, and so if we start microwaving it, then it looks like it's not fresh. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean? I think you call me pal or something
Pal,
like that.
don't pal
Yeah,
me.
you know what I mean, bro? You know what I
You
mean,
know
pal?
what I mean, bud?
Yeah, like
So you're saying it's really hot right now, is what you're saying?
so it's so fresh. They made
It's
this
like, no. Like it came out of the oven. It's like, oh, then throw it in the oven for a few minutes then. If the oven's hot right now, if it's fresh.
So then there was already this brutal thing where I'm like, why do I even try to make jokes? Why do I even try to make someone's day slightly different than the average customer? What am I doing this for? And then he hits me with, this is a unique one. It wasn't what's a good name. It wasn't one of those. He said, what's a name for the order, which is a very specific
What's
kind
a
of
name for
question.
the order?
What's a name for the order? I
Uh-huh.
feel like I could have taken this a lot of ways, but in the moment I was like, get me out of here.
Don't do it.
It's Jake.
Oh,
Yeah.
and what did he come back?
No.
Oh,
No,
I
that
thought that would have been poetic. That would have been amazing.
Now, if I wanted to really have a good podcast, I would lie and say that he said Jake from State Farm, but it's
He
not
like
how the
puts
story
your,
goes.
he like, it's Jake, and he like looks up at you.
Wait, like from
Jake from, I'm just kidding. I don't have a TV. Baristas are too cool for that, That's funny.
So anyway, just had a rough old go of it. Just just a lack of originality, a lack of fun that I'm able to have with these people who work in the food industry.
I'm trying to think of how you could have made the Starbucks one fun, because she was trying to be fun.
She was at
She
least
was-
perky.
Yeah, she was. It was fun to her. I guarantee you that was a fun thing. No,
was fun.
seriously. Like she was trying to be like, how can I make my job more enjoyable? I'm gonna have a real conversation with these people, and that was her version of it.
Real is a loose term.
Yeah.
So do you think you'd like it if it was colder than today or warmer than today? The heat index is 105. I just got done dancing in a Hobby Lobby parking lot.
Oh my
I
gosh.
just ordered the strawberry acai. I'm burning up. Right?
Is that really? Did you drink for yourself?
Yeah,
Was it good?
it was okay.
I didn't-
Honestly, it made me feel a little weird afterwards, which could have been unrelated to the strawberry acai. I didn't eat anything until about 4 p.m. today, so that could be why.
Just straight intermittent fasting. the
Yeah,
whole
on
day.
accident. Yep. Yep.
And then that was the first thing that like broke your fast, was the strawberry acai.
Strawberry acai, and then straight to the Chipotle burrito.
Okay. But you were feeling bad before or after Chipotle?
Before Chipotle. And Chipotle really settled me down. Like, oh, now we're back to normal.
That queso really, that's what my mom used to give me whenever I was sick at home.
Yeah, now we're back.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Okay.
I've aired my grievances.
Yeah.
The rest of my stuff is positive.
I don't buy the whole pastry thing. Like we're trying to, like, it wouldn't seem fresh. I don't like that at all.
Like you can make something fresh and not even and an hour later, it's gonna lose its temperature.
Sure.
I don't look down on you if you got to heat up a donut.
I do disagree though. I don't like hot pastries like that.
Really?
No, unless they're bagels. Like I don't want you to heat up a donut for me.
No, heat up a donut?
Nope.
I mean, I ate 2 lukewarm donuts last night at 3 a.m. So I'll eat a lukewarm donut, or room temperature. But you don't think that would taste better? Krispy Kreme?
Nah, maybe I shouldn't say lukewarm. So my biggest thing was like my sister loved putting the what are they? Cinnamon, whatever, brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts in the toaster back in the day. And they were always just too hot. They burn. And me, I can't wait. And so it's like I'd rather eat it lukewarm now than hot later. So that's kind of what I'm basing it off of. And I think of like if you put bread in the microwave, it heats up so fast. You know how that works? Like
Yeah,
I don't understand microwaves, first of all. Like you can put a bowl of soup in the microwave for 2 minutes and you get it out and you put your like spoon in there and it's still super cold. And then you throw a cinnamon roll in there for 7 seconds. And
Look out.
Yeah.
Molten lava.
Absolutely. It's like so I don't understand how that works, but that's why I don't like it.
Microwaves are kind of wild. Like it's
wild.
better to like cut up your food before you put it in a microwave. And it's like how do the waves know?
Microwaves are nuts, dude.
Yeah, we've had them for a while. This is not new technology.
Like I think they might be the most unsung hero of our generation. Maybe not of our generation.
No.
But
no, they are. They are the biggest thing.
No, seriously, think about how amazing they are.
They're not.
Yes, they are, dude. Yes, they are. Because we have Catherine loves to like reheat stuff in the oven, the preheat reheat thing.
Okay.
And it takes forever. And it takes 15 minutes to do something that a microwave can do in literally 10 seconds. That's amazing.
I don't want to get too far down this road, but what about the iPhone?
I don't think so.
What about the PC?
But I think those are heroes.
Oh, okay. You're saying unsung.
Like
no one's singing songs about them.
Yeah. Exactly.
I've never heard a microwave song, actually.
Yeah.
Shawty
Brave Little
Fire-
Toaster was pretty nice. But
Yeah, that was good. There were some songs that were loosely based on a microwave.
Yeah.
Hot in Here. Shawty Fireburn on the dance floor.
Temperature, I think.
Temperature.
Shauna Paul was like getting
Shauna
burned.
Paul say, microwave say.
I got the right temperature to shelter you from the microwave.
Induction heating, but I got a cup of Diana. Something like that. I remember. It's hard to understand Sean Paul, so you don't really know what he's saying.
I think he was saying something about a microwave, though. Shauna Paul, microwave. Something like that.
Somebody give it two. Somebody buy me one. Somebody register for one. Somebody give it for you.
Exactly. Dude.
It's in there. If you look it up, it's in there.
Popcorn. The industry loves the microwave.
A very symbiotic relationship between microwaves and popcorn.
Yes.
Like hot dogs and buns.
That's right. You said 2 scientific things that I would have never said in my life. The induction thing and the symbiotic. Like I'm not a science guy. And so like I was like, you just went so much deeper in that joke because you knew induction something.
It does help to know, which I do not know if induction heating was the right word to say, but just like even knowing words like within a category is just fun to do.
Absolutely. That's why like when I talk to certain people, I don't know their industry very well. I'm like, just give me some buzzwords to say.
What are some words you say every
now
and
that's
then?
what I do. Like every once in a while, like when we first met Derek, our videographer.
Like what are some words I could say?
I asked you. I've asked you before. And so then I'll be like, yeah, what's your FPS? What's your, whatever.
What's ISO at?
Yeah. And then I think he even said like, oh, do you?
Oh, so you like know? You're like,
and I'm like, oh no, I don't know anything.
Oh no, I'm just a buzzword guy.
So
we are good buzzword boys, though.
We try to be.
Yeah.
We
know some words.
We can get a good 2 minutes into a conversation with somebody, and then after that, we got to ask some good questions.
Yeah, so. I feel good about like multiple choice tests.
Yeah,
like those are easy. I can filter out words that don't belong.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's
what we've always said we want to make this podcast about.
We are the buzzword boys.
Buzzword boys. So
how do we get there? What are we talking about?
That's a good question. The pastries.
Oh, still that.
Yeah. I walked to Andy's this week. It's not that exciting, but I liked it a lot.
That seems like
it was a walk.
One step.
Yeah, exactly.
Forward, 2 steps backwards.
100%. Kind of it was like it was probably an hour and a half worth of walking.
Oh, did you actually walk it backwards?
Oh yeah.
No. You actually did 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards. That's why it took 90 minutes.
I was like, Catherine, we need to go back. Yeah. No, it was with Gunnar and Emily, which is classic. Like Gunnar, like
why don't we just walk there?
Yeah.
Heat index is only 95. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I was drenched a little bit, but
speaking of Gunnar, sorry, real quick.
No, yeah, you're good.
I don't think he'll mind. Obviously, I'm not going to put this picture up, but last week on the podcast, Gunnar was probably listening to this right now, being like, "Jake, don't!" Oh God.
Well, no, whatever. Gunnar has no shame. Okay. Well, I don't know what you're about to say, but
last week, my friend Lindsay, texted me in the middle of podcast recording and just goes caption, of her Hawaii picture, which she reposted that entire segment on her story. That was nice for her.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I didn't even know she listened, but Gunnar this week. Just text me a picture of himself just Heine out, just him in a mirror, just nice old tan line, full moon, just goes caption.
There's certain people in your life that you know are like guys that'll send you pictures of their butt, and Gunner's one of those
for
guys.
a while, like
Yeah.
for years to come.
Yeah, like there's not many of them, but when you know him, there's just an intangible quality about him that you're like, yeah, that guy's comfortable sending those over the airwaves.
Yeah, I got about 3 or 4 friends
Yeah,
that, feel real good.
Weston Weeby.
I wish. I wish.
Oh, Dean Weeby. You said that he messaged you like almost immediately last Monday morning, right? Like pretty early in the morning.
Yeah, I texted him at like 9 a.m. and it was just like, hey man, I don't know if you're still listening, but you might want to check out like this week's podcast episode just because we talked about him so much.
Yeah.
And instantly he just texts back and goes, dude, I'm 31. I was like, wow. So not only has he already listened, he already got to the part where I incorrectly called him 32. And he's upset. I've upset him, and I don't know if he'll ever sleep with me on the dock again.
That's okay, Weston Weeby. But
So Dean Weeby, he's listening.
anyway, what do we think about walking to Andy's? You don't think that's good enough for me? You don't think it's gonna move the needle?
I think it's better that. Did you sing like a parody of "Walking to Memphis" while you're walking to Andy's?
Walking to Andy's. I sung it once, and then I did really, really poorly at it, and so I learned the song better, and then I sung it again.
The next week,
Yeah,
you got it.
No, I did not. I should
No,
have.
at my old place, we walked to Andy's probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was fun.
it's kind of nice.
We lived a lot closer to Andy's than you did.
yeah,
So it was a little easier.
1.9 miles, so it's a 4-mile walk.
Phew,
Not bad.
that's a lot.
I know.
Yeah,
And Emily had her little Apple Watch, so she's like, "We burned 220 calories." I was like, "Don't tell me that."
I don't
'Cause
even
I
know
know
what that.
exactly how many calories. I mean, I have an idea. It's got to be 800 calories worth of ice cream.
Really,
It's got to be. It's a ton.
I need to start looking into that. I don't know much about my
I think you're doing okay.
caloric intake.
You're doing okay though.
I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
The rec basketball league has helped.
That does help.
Yeah, it's nice.
And the Frisbees that you're throwing around.
And all the Frisbee I play.
Did you ever end up finding a Frisbee?
We had to buy what's called a kush whoosh. You ever heard of that? I haven't. It's some children's toy.
Koosh whoosh.
It's mainly flat.
Okay.
And we bought so many props that we spent $15 on a kush whoosh. And this will be 3 seconds in the video. You guys should definitely comment.
Everyone
like,
comment on the Koosh
Whoa,
whoosh.
is that a kush whoosh?
I love it.
That would be so funny. Yeah. Whenever the Blinded by the White or whatever we're gonna call it music video comes out, just comment about the kush whoosh. Trey will be like, "What in the world? Like, how do all these people know about this?" So that'll be fun. But so you walk to Andy's.
Walk to Andy's.
Andy's.
Walking with my son and my daughter in my stroller. And then Bo fell asleep on the way home. How cute. Yeah. It was pretty mediocre, but I don't have much to tell you this week. So I wrote it down. Walk to Andy's.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's the cookie wrap.
No other.
No, I got a few more things. I play
okay.
basketball.
Okay.
We talked about that. I am famous.
Yeah.
I went to Deanna Rose Farmstead. Heard of it?
Yeah.
And if you're in Kansas City and you don't go to Deanna Rose with your kids, you need to. It's amazing. I grew up going, and it's just amazing now. So, but it was safety day at Deanna Rose on Saturday morning. And guess how many people go to Saturday morning at Deanna Rose's Saturday morning?
Oh, well, I don't know how to answer that question.
Lots of people.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now. Tons of people. It was like, and it was one of those scorchers of a day. It was like, why are we here?
Mhm.
It's so hot. So we walk in, and right away just see this huge tall dude. And I'm like, Catherine, that's Cole Aldrich. You know Cole Aldrich, right?
White KU player from back in
Yes.
the day. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, like one of the best KU players of all time. Has a jersey retired. Went to the NBA.
Was he Serbian? I think he was Serbian.
Was Minnesotan, which is kind of the same thing.
Well,
these
still
days.
north of here.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty cold. Yeah, used to, probably whatever.
He has a shovel in his garage.
He looks like a Bond villain. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Looks like Bane from Batman Begins.
And I was like staring at him. Catherine's like, you gotta stop staring at this guy. And I was like, you don't understand. He's like one of the best in NBA history or KU history, NBA history. He played in the NBA. He might still be there. I don't know. But I was like, I need to go get a picture. And she's like, don't get a picture. You got to just play it cool.
Play cool.
What would you have done?
I would have not gotten a picture.
Really?
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. What if it's what's his name? That guy you love for the Cardinals that used to play in Springfield.
Bo Burnham.
Yep.
I would have gotten his picture.
What's the guy's name that always hustled out to the like?
This is your reference?
Yeah.
Matt Carpenter?
You love him.
I would not have gotten Matt Carpenter's picture.
You wouldn't have?
I would not have. No.
Is that
I'm
who I'm
sorry.
thinking of?
He was like my favorite player when he played Double A, and now
Yeah.
he's crushing it in the big
Yeah,
leagues.
you took stats for him when he was in Double A.
It was my job, but it wasn't like I just out of passion. It was like,
Yeah, come on, Matt.
if you make this, your batting average will be 322 if you get a hit.
Now I noticed last inning you ran out in 3.8 seconds.
Let's try to get that down.
Come on. Yeah, let's go. Okay, who would you take a picture with?
I would take a picture with.
Would you go with Bo?
I would go.
Burnham?
Oh, I was like, your son? I would wait probably until he was going to remember it. I would go Will Ferrell. I would go. Actually, let me try to think of someone not
obviously.
Yeah, not an A-lister.
Like Bo Burnham?
Yeah. I would take.
Okay.
I would at least say something to him.
How about let's say like who's like the fourth best player on the Chiefs? Let's say Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah.
Would you take a picture with Tyrann?
Ooh, that's good.
That's a tough one though because he's local, and so you're like, I might see him again. I can go to a game and see him.
I might see him again.
You know what I mean?
I don't think that would be my thought.
Really?
Like maybe I'll talk to him next time I see him because I'm always seeing Chiefs players.
Sometimes I might think that because Cole Aldrich, it's like he doesn't live in Kansas City.
Here's my actual, like, I think what I would do to most celebrities, and this is like probably based out of like pride or trying to like be too cool, but I think I would try to not act like a fan too much. So it would be hard for me not to talk to them, but I would probably not ask for a picture because I don't want to be categorized in the group of like, whatever category he puts everyone else in who takes pictures.
Sure. So you just be like, what's up? What's up, Tyrann?
I would say something and try to say something original that he's not used to hearing.
Oh, really?
That would be my approach on almost any celebrity if I were to see him in person.
Okay.
And if they were big enough, I'd be like, all right, I need to throw this on my story. Like, I need to prove to people that I met you. But Chiefs player, I'd probably like, oh, Brad will be cool. Brad will think this is awesome. I met him.
And I'll believe you. So you don't have to take a picture of it. I'm trying to think of a good, like, middle ground person in there.
Yeah, let's ask it. All right. I got one for you.
Okay, let me think of one for you.
I already don't like mine. Mine's so dumb. I got to
Really?
think of a new one.
Okay. I'm not doing a very good job at this.
All right. Let me just rapid fire a few for you.
Okay, go.
Jeff Gordon.
Yes.
You would take a picture of Jeff Gordon?
Yes. Pictures of the new autographs, dude.
Oh, definitely. I mean, picture's the way to go.
I don't like go lower, honestly. Like I like it's not like a point of pride for me. Like it's not like anything like I don't think it's putting people out that much.
Okay.
And maybe I'm wrong. Like I will say like I would take a different route than you. Like you're like, I would try to be clever and funny. I would not try to talk to this person very much. I would just be like, hey, can I get a really quick picture?
You get in, get out.
Yeah. I don't want to be the annoying like guy that's like bothering them the whole time. Like, so why are you in Kansas City? You know, whatever, anything like that. Like I would just say,
I would not do that.
I was like, hey man, I'm a big fan. Can I get a really quick picture?
That's nice too. That's probably the way to do it.
So yeah.
All right. So Jeff Gordon, yes.
Sure.
All right. Either or Misty May Traynor or Carrie Walsh. You see one of them. Or no, you see them both,
brother. one on each shoulder. With fist clenched.
Yeah, just to show, hey, no touch. No touch.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I wouldn't recognize one of them. I would recognize the blonde one, I think.
Carrie Walsh.
Maybe, yeah. Misty May's the darker one.
She's the looker.
No. Oh, she's the cuter one?
Yeah.
See, I don't look at them.
Good for you.
Married.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think if other people were like whispering, like, that's Misty May Traynor and Carrie Walsh, you'd be like, all right, I got to get in there.
Oh, yeah. I'm 100% the guy, like if other people are, like, I like prey off of other people's timidness.
You're like, I'll show you.
Like, oh, yeah. Like, I'll be like overly goofy with them. Like, that is maybe when I would be a little bit annoying. Like if it's like like they're at Chewy's or something. Out of all the restaurants, they're at Chewy's and everyone's like, oh, that's be like, Misty!
Bub said spike it. That's the way we like it, huh?
That's right. My sister was a cheerleader in high school.
She would say that every now and then.
Mom taught cheer, so yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I would say I would go for anybody. Like I'm trying to think no, here's a great example. Right. I didn't take a picture of it with him, but we went to Minsky's after church the other day, and a guy that's now a congressman, he was the weatherman in Kansas City. I said hi to him. I was like, what's up, Mike? Mike Thompson. It's like, what up? It's like, my wife gets your emails. I said that to him.
You know what I mean?
If you know what I mean. So yeah.
My wife will not stop talking about your attachment. Big one this week.
Email. Yeah.
Drag and drop. Know what I mean, Mike?
If you know what I mean.
All right, I got one more for you. At least one more. All right, we're getting smaller.
Okay.
All right, this is the now grown up version.
Okay. Of
the woman, the actress who was Denzel Washington's daughter in Remember the Titans.
Hayden Panettiere, of course.
No.
Yes, daddy.
Yes, daddy.
Yes, daddy.
the black girl. In Remember the Titans. If you found out some way or another that you're like at the same shopping mall as her.
That one I actually would be interested in talking to her about Remember the Titans because it's one of my favorite movies. I don't know if I would commemorate with a picture.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a good one though.
Found the middle ground.
But
there.
I would like to hear her experience with Remember Titans.
Like, what's Denzel like?
Because I think Denzel's really cool.
Hey, how many takes of Yes Daddy did it take before you nailed it?
I think that's how I would introduce the conversation. I would have Hattie like do it with me.
Wander off.
Yeah. Yes, Daddy. like that's all she would hear, and she would just look back like, how did he know? Because no one knows who that girl is.
But
I thought you meant the blonde girl, and I was like, of course.
No, and I know her name.
Yeah.
She's doing all right.
Oh yeah, that girl. I feel like a lot of people in Remember Titans just went off the, where'd they go?
Not Ryan Gosling.
Where'd Julius go?
I know where Ryan Gosling went.
Ryan Gosling's
Straight
the
to
only
the top.
one. The only one though. Coach Boone?
Where'd he go?
I don't know.
Oh.
That's who else? I don't know. Ray?
You know,
You're out.
Coach Boone. Did you ever read The Hatchet by Gary Paulson?
That sounds familiar.
I don't know if that's his name, but did that sound right?
Gary Paulson, I think, is somebody else. Let me see who
Let's
that is.
see if that was right.
No, Gary Paulson's an
Let's
American
go,
writer.
baby.
You got it. Okay. Yeah, good.
When I read The Hatchet,
Yeah.
I imagined the main character was Coach Boone.
Dude, I love that. I love
That's
like,
what he looked like.
Yeah. You never just like think of a random person. Like you never like make up what somebody looks like in your head when you're reading a book or like listening. Like you always have somebody you associate it with. Like we listened to this like children's CD and it has like this like kind of queen, majestic woman who talks. And I told Catherine the other day, I was like, I always think of your mom whenever this person comes on. I imagine your mom and like a, wicked witch or night, whatever the word is, the Glinda, the nicer witch on Wizard of Oz. That's what I imagine you're
Like a white hooded, like a pointy hooded.
yes, with the
cap.
2 slits in it. Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, Brad, I really don't have time for your mom jokes. No, this old witch reminds me of your mother.
It wasn't a witch. Anyway. But yeah, I think that's funny. Like how we like associate things like that.
He was, yeah.
Gary Paulson. Do you know what he looks like?
Gary Paulson or the main character from The Hatchet?
Either way.
Neither. I'm not familiar with
It's
what
like
they
a
look.
writer. I'll just put it that way.
Got a face for radio.
That's right. Anyway, so I was at Deanna Rose
Oh,
and I'm
gosh.
famous
Wow.
because as I was standing there, a guy comes up to me and he goes, I would yell, get on your feet. I don't remember what he said after that. Something like, but I was just going to
But
come say hi to you or
I don't
something
have
like
a
that.
microwave.
And I was like, what's up, man? Just like very excited to see him. I was wearing a GRKC shirt, which in hindsight, like
That'll help.
like the fact that you recognize me makes me look like I'm a tool now, like wearing my own thing, which in reality was just like, yeah, it's been a slow laundry week. So I don't have much going on. And
Yeah.
So, yeah. Pulling from the bottom of the drawer and no, but they're really good shirts. And so anyway, he talked to me. His name's Aaron Kuhn. Shout out Aaron Kuhn. And
Aaron Kuhn.
uh,
We've shared some direct messages over the years,
yeah.
I think. I think so.
I think so. And then Heartwork by Kinnan was his niece,
Hey,
cousin niece, whatever that is.
Keys.
Keese. And we only talked for literally like 30 seconds. Like
He got
kid
in
was-
and got out.
exactly. He understands how it is with, celebrities and everything, but his kid was running away. And then we're just like, looking at the back of the police car. Hattie loves being in there. And Catherine's like, hopefully this is the first and last time you're ever in the back of a police car. I'm like,
Because
"Good one,
it's
Kath."
safety day.
Yes. Safety day. So we got police cars. The SWAT car was there. The, fire station, the firemen's flies were down
Owl City.
at the station.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did your high school ever do like a reenactment of like a horrific car accident?
Yeah, but I can't remember it very well. But I remember I remember one day coming to school and there was like a burned car in the drive or in the parking lot. And I was like, what is going on? Yeah. Do you remember much about yours?
I remember like seeing it in the yearbook and being like, when did this happen? Like, where was I during the like dramatic recreation of a
That's what I was
terrible
about to
truck
say.
driving
I
accident?
was about to say, I think it happened every year. I just don't think I like got invited.
Maybe
to
they were doing it
all
on
the
a
time.
Saturday or something. I don't know. Like, when did that happen?
Yeah,
How did I miss
maybe.
this? It was a pretty small town.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
think I would've heard
in
about
your high
this.
school, you think they would be able to fit everybody in the parking lot at once.
Let's say we were all like extras in the performance. I feel like everyone was in it. Everyone was a part of it.
But just couldn't remember it.
I would see in the yearbook, like, when did they do this without me?
Yeah. I remember in 8th grade, this is kind of the same thing. Just in the sense of like traumatic, like
Cool,
deep
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
8th grade, they had a play called Alki.
Uh-oh.
I had no idea what that meant. And I was like,
The
this is-
Alchemist, the book, phenomenal
maybe
book.
I was thinking like, this is like, that's a cute name for a kid or something. And then they go and it's like this very like dark, like deep play. And I'm like, we're in 8th grade. Some of the kids are in 7th grade in the play.
My gosh.
And they're all alcoholics. Like,
Hmm.
what is this? So not the same thing, but just another random
like
memory.
opening you up to things that like,
Like maybe that's too early for this.
or just a little, the whole the still images I saw from the fake car crash were like, I don't know if this is teaching people a lesson. I think this is letting the theater kids like have a heyday,
Right,
and
flex their muscles a little
and
bit
it's
here.
letting everyone else be like, yeah, I don't even drink, so why would I ever drink and drive
Right.
in this scenario with
Yeah.
4 underage friends in my car? You know, it's like, I don't know how realistic this is, but
And they're all, whatever.
all right.
Anyway, Sawyer
That's a
and
cush
Coon,
whoosh. Okay, yeah, sorry. Back to Deanna Rose.
And, 5 minutes go by, and then I hear somebody else yell, "Is that Brad Ellis from the Ghostrunners podcast?"
Here we go,
and
baby.
I'm thinking, I can't ever wear this shirt again.
My goodness.
Turns out it was a friend of ours. It was Josh Willis and his family.
Nice.
And so
Oh, Josh Willis, I was supposed to hang out with you last week.
that's okay. He said he was busy.
Thank God.
He was like, I was supposed to hang out with Jake, but I didn't want to. So I didn't respond to his texts. No, he didn't.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
So anyway, just a famous time at the homestead. Was only
Dang.
there for probably like an hour because it was so hot.
Good for you.
And probably at least, 15 minutes and 30 seconds of it were spent with my fans. So
That's not bad. I don't know if
Yeah.
I had a single recognition
that's okay. You'll get there.
all week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, I'm
You
sure.
know.
I'm sure.
Ooh, I'll tell you what I did have.
Yeah.
This is like being recognized. Yesterday, I'm at the supermarket.
Good for you.
And I start looking at this girl at first because I think I'm like, that's Caitlin Zerker. No, that's not Caitlin Zerker. Okay, look like her though.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's not tall enough to even be her anyway. But
Okay.
I was like, making a little bit of eye contact, but I'm like, I don't even know if she's looking at me. Whatever. This girl then starts to kind of make a beeline towards me. I'm like, okay, now it's making me think it is her. No, okay, no, it's definitely not her. How's this girl? And she comes up and she's next to her friend. She's like, hey, good to see you here again. And I'm like, oh man. In my head, I'm thinking, I do not remember this girl.
Wait, she's
at
saying
all.
this to her friend?
Saying it to me, like her friend is next to her. Like, I can't believe I'm seeing you here again.
Oh, really?
Like, not
Okay.
only do I not recognize her, she thinks that we've seen each other here multiple times.
At the supermarket.
At the supermarket.
You're like, I have no recollection of this.
Yes. And she was like, I was just telling my friend, I wonder if you're going to have to drive me home again. And I'm like, what?
Home again?
Drive you home again. What is the context? I don't
Jake,
remember.
You need to stop going on so many dates. If you don't recognize this girl,
And I'm like, I don't
the
even.
one girl you took on a date from the supermarket, you
The
don't
one
remember her?
supermarket date girl. That's my move. And I can't even place her face. And, I'm like, that's normally, it's like an Arkansas state line. This is my sweet spot.
Yeah.
I should know. I
Right.
should recognize this.
Right.
And anyway, on the outside, I'm sure I did not play it very cool. I'm trying to be like, oh yeah, it's about time. We should probably re-up on one of those again.
Yeah.
And just this awful scenario. I can't figure out who she is. I finally get out of there and I write down in my notes, like, I got to talk about that on the podcast, wherever. That was so interesting. And then next thing I know, it's like later in the day that afternoon. And I'm like, wait, what supermarket was I at when that'll happen? Like for the details of the story. And then I realized, wait, that was some like Asian market. That was a dream. None of that happened.
What?
I was so convinced that happened that I wrote it down in my podcast notes to tell you that all that happened as a true story. And then like 6 hours later, I was like, what? Where was I when that happened? I was like, wait, everything was in Japanese. Seriously, everything was in Japanese. Like that. Oh, so that was a dream.
Oh, I
guess.
thought you said you were writing it down or putting it in your notes right after you got out of the supermarket. And so I was like, how's that possible?
Well, I kind of needed to tell the story in a way that didn't like clue you
right,
in.
right. Oh my gosh. That's funny. So you
I've
do
ne-
remember dreams every once in a while.
I guess so. That one really stuck with me.
Is that that's not the same as deja vu? Deja vu, you would have to actually have it happen, right?
That is not the same as deja vu.
Okay.
But it doesn't hurt to check. Always
Okay,
be checking,
okay.
just in case.
Deja vu still not real then.
Yes. I like that idea of you just always asking people like, you know what? The macaroni was good here last time. I'm going to get it again. Okay, hold up. Now, is that deja vu?
Is that deja vu or does it have to be like,
Or you have to like think of it like in a different, like it was a dream first.
right?
No, ordering mac and cheese again is not deja vu. All right, just
Okay.
checking. Okay,
Okay,
just
okay.
can't be too careful.
You know, it's hard to tell these days, you know?
We're overstimulated.
You don't know who to trust these days, you know? You can't Google it.
I had to watch an Alki video in 8th grade. I'm a little scarred.
Dude, it was, yeah. Whatever.
Anyway, obviously that won't be relatable to a lot of people.
But you
because
said one time that you don't remember your dreams. And
almost
so-
never.
And so maybe
So when one happens, I'm like, that was real life. That definitely happened.
I'm intrigued by it. Yeah, exactly. It felt so real. It's like, yeah, Jake, they all feel
That's
real.
how they work. I just don't know how to handle dreams.
Do you ever take? I'm sure you don't. I don't know even why I'm
Melatonin?
asking.
No.
That's genuinely what I was going to ask.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Trey
melatonin.
does.
If I ever take anything to help me sleep, which I don't do very often, it always gives me like vivid and not nice dreams. Like
Naughty.
No, not necessarily naughty. I mean, I get those every once in a while. Let's be
Derek
honest.
Naughty. Like you dream of him.
Oh,
the
yeah.
defensive tackle.
I would take a picture with him for the Chiefs. Derek Naughty, shout out Florida State. No, just like mean, like either like somebody's being mean to me or like I'm trying to kill somebody or like, you know, it's like a Bruce Willis movie, like an action movie. So I don't really know what that's all about. If it's because I'm getting deeper sleep, so therefore I'm dreaming deeper, or if I just remember it or the melatonin just gets me going.
Huh.
But I don't like it. If anybody knows like nice dreaming melatonin, you could take. I went to Walgreens and just bought like the off-brand kind. And so
we'll see.
I don't know if it's different. So
anyway, that tripped me out. That was actually today. That was today when I woke up. I was like, oh, I got to tell Brad about that. That was so weird. And then I was like, oh, dude, none of that happened.
Do you ever, I'm sure you don't, because you don't, well, this isn't necessarily when I'm dreaming. I think it's right when I wake up, I have like a thought about stand-up. Do you ever do that?
All the time. It's
really?
Never funny later.
Yes. Do you have any of them written down?
Probably.
Let me see if I can find
sentence fragments that make no sense.
Exactly. I remember I've been being like, that's genius. And I look back at it. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, all the time.
It was, shoot, where'd it go?
Okay, I found one. Elevator makes weird noise, so I look up. What's that mean? Is that good? Is that good stand-up premise?
What about this one? Wanted to be a social worker as a kid because of ice cream socials, and then I thought I could eat all the Neapolitan I wanted. I don't remember writing that at all.
That's got a little bit of cleverness to it.
Like the social thing?
Yeah.
And then I remember another one I said, let's see if I can find it. It was something about biddy ball. Like I grew up playing like biddy ball, which is like if you're like a little itty bitty kid, like you play biddy ball. And I thought that'd be really funny to talk about like that I played with small people or that I played with girls that we called biddies. I don't know what it was. It was like this is like, but when you wake up, you're like, this is going to break the internet.
I have to write this down.
Yeah. Let me get on my phone right away to do this.
I get mad at myself for just writing like 2 words. Like here's multiple examples. Meal replacement. What in the world did I mean by that? How am I supposed to do that?
That's way too open-ended.
A couple sentences down. Practice abstinence.
Oh, I remember that one. You've talked about that on the podcast.
Did I?
On the one with Trey, the bonus episode on patreon.com.
Oh.
Of like, how do you you want to practice this? How do you practice this? Or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Like you get so good at it by the time you're married, then you're
a pro or something.
Ready to abstain.
I don't know. Yeah. Trey does that sometimes on our video, like when we're writing, he like writes down stuff and I'm like, what does that mean again? And I don't think any of us really remember exactly what it means. But anyway. Biddy ball, a dance. Oh, I put biddy ball in parentheses, a dance for cute young people. That's dumb. That's so dumb. But I remember thinking like, I have to write this down right away. So
this one at least makes sense, but I'm just like, this is not a stand-up premise. Like this is not, I just said white people love hiking. It's just like a normal phrase that anyone can come up with. Yeah. I mean, it's just not in the least bit clever. Why did I write that down?
Oh man.
But yeah, I do that all the time.
I have a new segment I want to do.
Let's do it,
Jake. I kind of started it with the Homestead Deanna Rose story, but it's called shout outs.
Shout out.
So we're just going to do some shout outs. It literally is as open-ended as it can come, but I just want to give some shout outs to some different people out there, some different things out there. So first shout out to Kellyanne Farmer for having a baby. Kellyanne, you had a baby, so shout out.
She's a listener of the pod, or
oh yeah, sorry, she's a big ghostie.
Okay,
and she had a baby, so we got a new ghost babe out there in the world.
Little bitty ghost.
So raise them right. Start them on episode 1. Go chronologically. Don't do that weird like back and forth, even odd number thing.
No, get them on Patreon.
Do the right thing. Yeah, their own account though. Let's be honest about it. Let's not teach them that they can just borrow their parents' logins. Second shout out to Goldfish for being the snack that smiles back. They
deserve a shout out. It's been long enough.
Goldfish is great.
We've rarely given them shout outs on this podcast.
We don't talk about Goldfish enough, and they are the one snack I can think of that smiles back.
There are fruit smiles.
Dang it. Shout out to Goldfish for being one of the snacks.
One of the main
back.
2. Yeah.
Yep. Shout out to my fans at the Homestead. Thanks for coming out to # Brad's Safety Day at Deanna Rose. Shout out to Late Night Sips of OJ with the out of the carton with the refrigerator door open. My gosh, that one gets me going.
Shout out.
I worked real late into the night the other night. I actually, yesterday when we were filming, I was on like 2 hours of sleep. And
Really?
yeah, I was struggling. I went home and slept a while. So
Good for you.
but yeah, stayed up late, took a little break halfway through and got some OJ and it was nice. So shout out to Late Night Sips of OJ.
That's awesome.
Shout out. I just wrote this because I love her. Shout out to my mom for being a mom. She's great. Shout out to Trish for being a mom too.
Okay.
She's great at that. Trish gave me a protein bar as I was leaving. She like really wanted to feed me some chili. Did I tell you that? like she was like, well, maybe Trish is like, I need to offend Trish because she's gonna be like, well, that's not true.
It was mostaccioli.
Is that really what she was saying?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that not chili?
It is not chili.
Oh my gosh. She kept saying something chili. And I was like, I guess that's just a brand of chili that I don't know.
Just master chili.
What is mostaccioli?
It's something that the triplets could very well be pronouncing incorrectly, for one.
It's a pasta.
It sounds Italian to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. My mom's great. She used to make it with beef. Now it is made with ground turkey. It's very tasty.
My gosh, I would eat that in a heartbeat.
It's
Trish.
phenomenal. I was surprised you turned it down. I ate so much in that weekend I was home.
Well, because it was like what, 100 degrees outside, and I was like, I don't want chili right now.
What kind of psycho makes chili in this weather?
I mean, her husband loves bologna, so I guess maybe this is just on par for them. But I was like, I'm okay. Like I was like, is that something I can eat on the road? You know, probably not, right? Because it's chili. I don't think I said that out loud, but I was like, you know, because Catherine talks about Wolf brand chili. You heard of that? And so
it
she's
sounds
like,
scary.
Yeah, it is very scary.
It's like a coyote, maybe.
And like she always references it, like, yeah, we got Wolf brand chili in the pantry if you want some. Like, why not just say chili? So, but I was like, maybe other people just do that. And so, yeah, we got
Monster brand
chili. And I was like, I'm okay. No, thank you. She's like, how about I at least give you a protein bar? So shout out to Trish for the protein bar.
Wow.
And for moms everywhere. Second to last shout out to the youth group kids back in the day who literally would lift their hands and spin around during the Charlie Hall Marvelous Light song. I just remember him, lift my hands and spin around. And there was always one. It's you, Becca. You know, she was into it. She was always doing it. So
that just reminded me, there was some song, hopefully you'll know it because I don't, but there was some song that I feel like came out probably 2010.
I will dance, I will sing.
Maybe.
To be mad for my king. I don't know yet. Sorry.
Maybe, yeah.
That was another one that people just got into.
2010, 2011, somewhere in there was some song that like at the bridge of it was like towards the end of the song, it was like, so dun 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 and scream your freaking lungs out. I hated it.
Did you? I loved it.
Singing the word freaking, just felt so irreverent.
They changed it, or they like there's a new
unforeseen
version. Yeah, exactly. It's to scream your heart and lungs out.
Scream your heart and lungs out.
Yeah.
What song was that?
It's called Words to Build a Life On. It's actually a local like Kansas City. It's Jacob Well, like worship leader that wrote it.
Good for us.
So I don't think it's like super popular out there.
Oh.
Check it out. Words to Build a Life On. It's like a song about the Beatitudes, and then the end of it, they say scream your freaking lungs out. So
hey,
yeah, that is a funny one. That's funny that you remember.
I don't know why I just thought of that.
Lift my hands and spin around and freaking sing out.
I mean, what if that was a song like praise be to the freaking God Almighty, you know?
That's something I would have said back in the day, dude. In my random prayers. God, we freaking love you. Gosh, you are freaking amazing.
Gosh, dang it, you're good.
You had one and only freaking son. You sent that freaking son to freaking earth to die for our freaking sins, God. And it's like,
I mean, bro, it's like you got one son.
It's like I can't even take it, bro. Like
I can't even with that cross.
Like low key, that was the best sacrifice anyone's ever made for me.
Like all nails, no cap. You know, with what you had going on that cross, brother.
Exactly, dude. All gas, no brakes, all nails, no cap, you know? So like,
that's how he freaking does it.
Heavenly Father, God, I just want to gas you up tonight. I want to gas you up in front of these people tonight, God. What else? I don't like
bet, God.
Bet. Hey, bet. In Jesus' name we pray. Bet. Talk about irreverent. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Anyway.
I'll give some shout outs. Are you done shouting?
I got one more.
Okay.
It's shout out to Jake's shirt on the first date video.
Yeah, there it is.
Guys versus girls. My gosh, if there's ever a shirt that gets roasted in the comments, it was that one.
I got to keep wearing it just for the engagement.
100%.
It gets the people going. So many of the comments were either one about Lindsay's shirt, like, I need
to
top.
know where this is.
Lindsay, I see you in the comments. Send me the link.
No guy wanted to know where your shirt was.
What hospital did you get that from, Jake? Send me the link.
Shout out to Jake's hospital gown.
Oh, man.
Scrub casual.
It was like a $35 like built shirt. I was really fired
That's probably
up.
what's more frustrating about it is like
dang, I finally got some nice shirts. I bought a 3-pack of P dots. I got
you got 3 of them.
Black on white.
Okay.
Like light gray on dark gray. It's some other combination. I don't remember. I'm scared to wear it now.
The white one. Oh, black
on white.
Okay. Black polka dots on white shirt. Yeah.
B dots on white tee.
Okay. No, I think dark ones are okay. It was the fact that it was white, I think, that made
Dang.
it like, yeah. And like, yeah, in person though, I never thought that once.
Thank you.
But then after they commented, I looked at the video. I was like, it does kind of look like a hospital gown.
And Trey told me too, he's like, when I showed Katie the video, the only thing she said to me was, "What's up with Jake's shirt?"
No.
It's like, dang, so this is pretty, like, everyone had that thought. It's pretty distracting, huh?
That's okay.
I didn't even think of it. I just thought it was, hey, brand new
We
t-shirt.
we're getting engagement though on the YouTube video.
Welcome.
Yeah. Somebody said to me, sorry, one more thing about, let me find it. Well, it's just a truck guy one. I think somebody recently commented, I love that this lesbian is driving this truck in this video. Thanks, man.
Big shout out to whoever commented that.
Oh, yeah. So shout out to you.
Oh my gosh, that's a funny comment.
The truck guy video comments were amazing. So
good for Trey.
Yeah,
he got a lesbian in the crew.
Right.
Yeah, he's got a lesbian doing videos with him, driving that truck around.
So yeah, shout outs to you all. You got some shout outs?
Yeah, all of my shout outs are just to ghosties, but just to different forms.
Okay.
First, more vaguely, just to all the commenters on all the Jean Shorts videos. Like, y'all just blow it up. Every time you blow it up, like,
it is amazing.
They're so clever. They're so witty. Like, Abby Ragoon, she gets in there, knackbacks. Like, he always has something great to say.
Right.
And there's just so many of you. Caleb Lee, Caleb Leach. Like, I don't even
all
have anything in front of me.
Cables.
Like, it just off memory. Like, there's just so many of you guys that I recognize. Shoot, now I can't remember his name. There's that one guy who will not quit with the March Madness comments. I see him everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I see him on things unrelated to Ghostrunners. It'll be a Trey Kennedy video.
Yeah.
And I'll still see a comment. It's like, still waiting on that March Madness story.
It's worth it, guys. Keep commenting.
Yeah, we're probably almost there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So just all of you guys, we see them all and appreciate them all. They're so awesome. So thank you. And then more specifically, when in the same token with like this community, we post that first date video on the same day of last week's podcast coming out, where Brad and I's opening bit, we were talking about, just say that your parents are in town, even when they already live there.
Yes, dude.
And Janelle Meow commented on that video. She should have just said that her parents are in town. That doesn't make any sense necessarily unless you've listened to the podcast. So only Ghostrunners listeners would know what that is. And this was last night when I checked. It had 282 likes. It was like a top comment.
Right.
Like last night when I looked. I don't even know how much it's up to now. But like that's cool.
Awesome.
Like that's how many people are like within the community. That's how many people like understand the joke.
Yeah.
Like that's cool.
And she commented it early, which means
helps.
She's an avid, but I'm saying like she listened to the podcast early enough and also watched the video early enough.
She got in there.
Like she is quick on her fandom. So
and you say her name quick too. Yeah.
man.
You do comment quick.
Rusty _Blazer. So glad this lesbian drives a truck.
Rusty Blazer.
Rusty Blazer.
Is a name we need to throw around
Rusty
more.
Blazer's a truck guy. That's going to be my name if I ever play that character again.
And that's such a skit character.
What's up? I'm Rusty Blazer.
I'm Rusty Blazer, and I hate the lake. Have
Rusty Blazer's the antagonist, right? Like,
yeah. We would all the villains at K West back in the day just had these weird things in, and like I hate, like we would this is like obviously a little corny on purpose. We're like, this is so and so, and he hates it when you guys get in your cabin rows.
Like not even trying to hide it at all.
He hates uniformity and
he hates it when you obey your counselors and go to bed at night instead of talking.
You want to stick it to Rusty Blazer?
Let's get him.
We would seriously do that. We're like, he hates it when you guys are in lines and he can't see anything above 3 feet. So if you sit down in lines, like at the boys' gym or something,
right, yeah,
then he can't see you at all. Then he can't attack you.
Did that work on middle schoolers?
No, it was kind of like they're old enough to know why this is funny, kind of thing. So
it's fun. Like, hey, let's do it this way rather than like be a jerk and just tell you to sit down.
Yeah, it's at least like add some flair
you have
to
options here. Like, if you don't do it this way, then we'll just tell you, hey, sit down. Oh man, have I told you about how we had this bad? Did you guys always have like characters, or maybe you didn't, like actual like for the parties and stuff, like bad characters?
That was more something that we saw like younger camps do.
Yeah, I didn't know if
and
that.
so we would try it every now and then. Like
Okay.
at K-Life, it's skits. Obviously, they're skit characters, but at parties, sometimes it's just a theme.
Like it was like most of the campers were there for 2 weeks at a time, and so we got to like develop these characters over time. So like kind of introduce them as like, oh, we like these guys, and then it's like, oh, actually they're trying to take down camp. Oh no, and then like all of a sudden they steal a bunch of stuff at camp, and we're really mad. And so we had we call them the Stricklands, and it was Caroline Toller, who Jake worked with at K-Life, and Michael Sloan, and we had them like film a video, and then we also had like this really great character from this girl Anna. She was Mother Goose, basically. And so she was like this sweet, caring old lady. Like, we love her. She brings all these fun stories to, K-Life or whatever. And the Stricklands, they shut down camp and they stole Mother Goose. And we had them film a like ransom, like hostage video. Speaking of Dark Knight, like in the form of like, do you remember that one like Dark Knight scene where the guy's like reading off a like piece of paper, like you have to do all this stuff. And he's like freaking out. Yeah. And it's like in this dark, it's like in a really well lit room, but it's like kind of freaky. And then like they're like screaming and laughing and stuff. We showed it once and it was like so terrifying to like the leadership, like the directors, that they were like, you can't show that to kids anymore. But the kids, we only got to show it one term, but when we showed that, I had never seen kids rally and like get so mad and like so angry.
It's like take down the Stricklands.
Yes, dude. Like they were so mad.
It worked.
It worked so well. And I don't think the kids, honestly, I think it was like one of those things that was a little bit over their head as far as like, they don't realize why this is so creepy. And so it was like kind of creepy to them, but they realized like, whatever, this is, I don't know, like but there was like some like little elements that like cinematically were just like really creepy to an adult that like disturbed our directors to the point where like, you can't do that anymore. But it was like, I've never gotten any kind of response close to that from any crowd of people I've ever talked to, except for that one time. Like
just so over the top.
Oh my gosh, dude. It was amazing. So anyway, all I had to say, thank you for all the YouTube comments and shout out.
Yeah. One last little shout out also to the Ghosties. It seems like through different voice memos, through different DMs I've been getting, a lot of Ghosties coming to the shows in North Carolina this weekend. I guess by the time you're listening to this, I've already met them and hung out with them. But just shout out to everyone who's going to be there. It seems like there's so many.
Where is Greensboro in North Carolina?
I don't know much about Greensboro. It sounds like a place that's had to take some statues down recently.
You think so?
It doesn't have that vibe to it.
Sounds nice though. Greensboro.
Green is nice. Yeah. Borough. It's like having Ville at the end. It's like, that sounds old fashioned.
Yeah, a little borough.
No, it does sound nice. I mean, we loved Greenville, South Carolina. So I'm hoping, I have high expectations actually for Greensboro. It better be nice.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not true, but I think of North Carolina and South Carolina as like every single place you turn is just super beautiful. Like
insane.
Yeah.
Like I don't know the difference in North and South Carolina.
Yeah.
Like your football team didn't specify it, so why should I?
That's true. Yeah.
Thanks.
I think, Carolina is like North Carolina. Usually, if someone says they're from, but
why?
Do people there say I'm from Carolina? No, probably
I don't
know. I don't know.
Hey, Dual J's, let us know.
I will say one more thing. This is not really a shout out, but one more thing before I'm sure we're about to get into voice memos. Your boy Josh, 55.
How's he doing?
He's on Cameo now.
Now we're talking. Good for him. How much he charging?
Hey, you guys, this boy Josh. He's like sitting there like this. Just want to let you know I'm on Cameo, so you know what to do. Get on the Cameo and check me out and. You know what to do. And it's just like, $50.
Ooh,
that's steep, right?
At least go 55 at that point.
Oh, of course. What do you think?
$50.
I've never done Cameo before.
That's a lot.
That seemed like I saw it and I was like, absolutely, I'm going to have him say something so we could put a sound clip in the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about $50.
That's how many Instagram followers do you have?
I think he's at like 40,000.
Yeah, he's too big for his britches. Easy, Josh. Good for him.
It also said something about like he only has like 17 left or something like that.
Oh, it's like exclusive.
Is that what it means?
I'm guessing.
I don't know anything about it, but like I didn't know if that was like, his parents put a cap on it and then you got to do your homework. Like anyway. Yeah, $50. Only 41 cameos left now. They're going back up. But
he restocked.
Yeah, I guess
he did his homework, I guess.
He doesn't have any reviews yet. Anyway, I still something to think about.
Yeah,
I still think we should do it. But
okay.
Anyway, your boy Josh, 55.
We'll think about it. That's good. Your boy Josh. Okay.
It's been awesome watching people follow him and like how much
they're getting into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get into voice memos.
Let's do it.
We skipped them last week. It's time. Let's get back to it.
Hey, Jake and Brad, this is Ross again from Dallas. I got 3 questions for you today. First off, what is something you can think of off the top of your head that you could get away with saying at the grocery store but not at a wedding? Number 2, Jake, I know you're a good Missouri boy. I actually spent some time in Missouri back in the day working at Camp Barnabas. Shout out to Puberty, shout out to Southwest Missouri.
Yeah.
But Brad, I've never been to Kansas before. So if I were to ever venture into the wonderful sunshine state of Kansas, what are some things I should see? What are the things in Kansas that people should know about and go and visit? And lastly, and most importantly, I want to know, guys, would you rather, if you had the choice, be the highest rated podcast in the world or have mad cow disease? Okay, bye-bye.
Ross, fit in 3 questions in 44 seconds.
Finit.
Efficient. Okay, Brad, Kansas.
Yeah, I first want to say I had this thought, but I forgot to mention it whenever I visited Stratford. I love Southwest Missouri.
Yeah.
Like I hate on Missouri a lot, but there's like Southwest Missouri has a special place in my heart. So
It's a good place for like meth and like the Delta variant. That's kind of its thing.
Yeah,
it's got those two things going.
That's probably why I love it, baby.
Yeah, if you like, Delta variant and methamphetamine,
That's
you'll love
fair.
Southwest Missouri.
I have very little experience outside of Branson, but in Stratford, I loved it. I was like, I could live out here.
Yeah, the Ozarks are nice.
Yeah. Pretty times. So what in Kansas? First of all, you don't go to Kansas for like tourism. It's one of those things you just got to look yourself in the mirror and say, Kansas is not the coolest state to visit in the world. It's pretty flat in a lot of areas. But the people are awesome. That's why I love Kansas so much. There are some cool things. Dwight Eisenhower wasn't born in Kansas. Catherine loves to point that out, but he is basically from Kansas. So he's got his library here. That's really cool. That's about it. No, I think Allen Fieldhouse is like one of the coolest sports venues in the world.
That's a good point.
Genuinely. Like I think that's gotta be on every sports fan's bucket list. Like up there with Fenway Park and Lambeau Field and whatever, Cameron Indoor, fill in the blank. So that's the biggest thing. If you're coming to Kansas, you got to go to a basketball game. I think college towns are cool. So I like going to the Manhattan and Lawrence and seeing what they have got going on. I like Lawrence. They have a good music scene there. And then in Kansas, we got Sporting KC. We got Kansas City Monarchs minor league baseball team.
Kansas Speedway?
Kansas Speedway. Ever heard of it? I'll take a picture with Jeff Gordon there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Oklahoma Joe's. You got to go Oklahoma Joe's.
We got one in Kansas.
We got 3 in Kansas.
Holy crap.
They're all in Kansas, baby.
Really?
Really? Think about it.
The gas station? Oh, it's barely in Kansas, isn't it?
It's on the County Line Road. Yeah, it's in Wyandotte there. So, but yeah, honestly, most of like the touristy or like fun things to do, I'll be honest, are in the Missouri side. Like the non-suburban aspect of Kansas City is definitely on the Missouri side.
Most of the sky zones are on the Missouri side. That's where we get you.
The sky zones?
The sky zones and the urban airs and the Dave and Buster's.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So that's the difference.
Actually, I think all of those are on the Kansas side.
Yeah, they might be. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something that wasn't cool.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Kansas is great. That's a good enough answer. Amelia Earhart's from Kansas.
Oh, baby.
Check out her birthplace if you want to.
Check out her YouTube channel.
The largest ball of twine in Kansas.
Twine and string, maybe.
Largest hand dug well in Kansas.
Keep going, baby.
Prairie dog. There's a huge prairie dog statue.
There's one somewhere.
Yep. Colby, Kansas.
Colby,
Oasis
Calais.
on the Plain.
There's that one place in like central Kansas or like western Kansas that like randomly looks like New Mexico. It's pretty sweet. I forget what it's called.
The Badlands one. That was one I was talking about.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's the same thing, but it might be. It looks cool.
It looks like South Dakota's Badlands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's something.
I wouldn't drive all the way out there to see it though.
No, if your plane crashes nearby, like go see it.
If you're driving through Kansas to go to like Denver or something, sure.
Or that reason's good too.
Yeah.
Camp Barnabas. I just saw in my Facebook memories like 3 years ago, 2 days ago, we were singing karaoke at Camp Barnabas. We went there in the limo. We took them all to like go get shaved ice together. It was like one of the more fun nights we had there. And so, yeah, Barnabas is awesome. Also, Puberty. You ever heard of the town Puberty, Brad?
Mm-mm.
It's like a real life. I think they've changed the rules now, but 10 years ago, not that long ago, real life Footloose. Dancing was still outlawed like 10, 11 years ago in Puberty, Missouri.
What?
Fun fact.
That's insane to me.
And one of our maybe still listeners, Rebecca Green, she her and her husband sponsored the pod at one point.
Okay.
She's from Puberty.
Yeah.
So shout out.
She was not dancing, but
no.
That's crazy. Like,
yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Just
like public dancing.
I don't even know how you enforce it. I don't know.
Like
how
you see somebody in their living room, you call the cops on them.
Hey.
You
shut it down.
Like they're doing a TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No. Okay. What was it about
things you can say.
Supermarket.
Things you could say at a supermarket, but not at a wedding.
You guys have any more bread?
Because it would be rude to ask people
yeah.
for more like buffet style food.
Is there a special on zucchinis?
That's one route to take it.
That's one.
I'm thinking like, something like feels good to be in sweatpants. That's kind of nice, or something like that's a lot of baggage.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Or
you think it?
Yeah, never mind.
You think it's worth it to go with the damaged goods?
yeah,
something like that. Like, now is it cheaper if you get cheaper if they're damaged? The damaged goods.
I was trying to think of something like paper or plastic.
Where's the eggplant?
Yeah, just the one. every store has one. Can I have the eggplant?
Where's your tomato? Just go into Hy-Vee and ask that.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for one Frisbee and one zucchini.
Surely you have a Frisbee here. That's you can get away with saying that.
You got seasonal kiwi too?
Right.
I just need one. Just yell, somebody help me. Could maybe get away with that in a grocery store.
Help!
I don't know where I am.
Hank, can you help, please? I'm trying to think of I honestly don't go to a grocery store very often. That makes me sound so dumb.
So rugged.
Yeah. Let the woman do that.
When we went into Target today, Trey's like, dude, I haven't been in a store like this in maybe months.
Well, I had that thought.
He's an Amazon boy.
As you were saying that you were like at the grocery store the other day, I was like, as technologically savvy and like advanced and how much you love stuff like that, I'm surprised you don't order your groceries to like be delivered to you.
I am somewhat shocked that I don't either. This is kind of like the PayPal has an app thing. Like,
yeah.
You say, what?
There's certain things. It's certain that like there's certain things that you're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And it's like, why? You're so advanced. Like you don't do Face ID you didn't do the touch. Like,
no, I just like getting in my phone immediately.
Yeah.
I don't care about a password.
But I love the Face ID because you can use it for all the passwords in your phone.
That is nice. That hurts me. Come like sign into my bank.
Right.
I got to type this in.
Right.
The grocery thing, I look forward so much to those like little like solo getaways from the house though. I really like those. And want to meet my wife in like the produce aisle someday.
Maybe.
So I'll just keep hitting it up.
Yeah.
Until she recognizes me and I don't see her. And then she says, oh, you going to drive me home again? I go,
We're at the Asian market because I love Asian food.
Yeah. Everything's in Japanese. And I'm just there because I enjoy the Olympics. I don't know.
Right.
It all makes sense. Anyway, Ross, hope that helps.
That's a fun question. Sorry, we didn't knock it out of the park, but
speak for yourself.
Okay.
All right. Izzy.
Heyo, it's Izzy.
Heyo.
I'm back from camp. I was there since like middle of May. So I was there almost 3 months. I was a lifer. It was crazy. Worked at 3 different camps.
Oh.
I have so many stories. I feel like
Got
I
fired
should
from 2.
start my own podcast. But anyway, also I met the Sloans, Brad, and they're awesome. Lindsay told me about how she basically, her and Michael basically like got together after you and Catherine's wedding.
Huge hookup scene, dude.
So that was pretty cool. Anyway, my question is unrelated to camp. I'm going back to Liberty in like a week and a half, and I'm living in a house with 3 of my best friends, and I'm so excited. But I was wondering, like, what are some fun like ideas of like just like things we could do to make the house more fun? Like, you have the pros and cons list, Jake. Like, it's more like fun stuff like that, and maybe like fun stuff for when we have guests over too that we could just like do. I don't know. Any ideas?
I have something to say real quick about Michael and Lindsay.
Okay.
So yeah, they did like kind of start dating after my wedding, which is fun because of 2 things. One, Catherine, like for whatever reason, like had like a distaste towards Michael for a while, like didn't like him.
Didn't taste good.
And so like we were doing all our wedding invites and stuff. And she was like, I don't really want to invite Michael Sloan. And I was friends with him, but I wasn't like super tight to the point where I was like, he has to come. And so I didn't want to fight anymore because engagements, just like we were arguing about everything. So I was like, great, we're not going to invite Michael Sloan. And then he texted and he was like, hey man, like, am I not invited to your wedding? And I was like, oh, like, yeah, like you are. I had texted back. I was like, yeah, you are. You can come, man, for sure. Of course. And in classic Sloan, he goes, and can I bring a +1? And I'm like, and I just go, no, I think I said that. I think I just go, no. And he had a girl in mind, and I'm glad he didn't because.
Oh, it wasn't her.
No, it wasn't Lindsay. No, Lindsay was invited. We love Lindsay.
Oh, Lindsay's great. She has a great
Michael
taste.
sucks. No, Michael's the man. He's one of our good friends now, but I don't know what he did. Like he made some comment one time to some girl, and Catherine just was like, I don't like him.
What was Lindsay's maiden name?
Jackson.
Yeah, I met her.
Sam, not Stamford. Yeah.
Nice. Bow Wow
And
Bulldogs.
there you go. John Christ, alum.
Sure.
Your turn. Sarah Peterson. Anyway, so yeah, that's my story. It's just funny. Like, so if anytime, I don't know, things just happen for a reason. So if you don't get that +1, that's okay.
Ooh,
You'll
this is a
find
good
one.
sign.
Yeah.
I got Grant Huderberg's wedding coming up.
Yeah.
He kind of I was like, do I have a +1? He was like, are you still dating that girl? I said, no. I was like, does that mean I don't get a +1 anymore? And he said, let's just play it by ear. He said something like that.
And it's like, read between the lines, bro. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, what does that mean? I was like, and so anyway, I think I still have the option, but I
Yeah.
don't necessarily have the
blessing. Or, you're saying you have the option, but you don't have options.
Yes, Jack Harlow.
Yes.
I got options. So anyway, maybe it's time for me. I go
I think
wedding
so.
single.
I mean,
Find me an Oklahoma honey.
how did Grant find his wife?
At a wedding with a watch. I need to wear a watch.
Definitely. You need to become a watch guy in the next.
What do you think? Apple Watch?
Shinola. No, go classic.
Shiloh?
Shinola. Yeah.
Okay.
Look him up. Detroit.
Oh.
It's a long drive. Stop at Eisenhower on the way. But
what were we talking about? Oh, Izzy had a question. Things to do with your roommates at home. I'm a big fan. I've said this before. Big fan of themes. I like when dates have themes. I like when parties have themes.
Similar thing.
It's just easy for everyone to kind of know what you're getting into. It makes it just slightly more fun. I've talked before at my old place at the Caleb house. I would have theme parties like once or twice a year. We had a housewarming party, even though I lived in it 3 years. And the theme was hot. Just everything was hot.
You bumped up the heat. And
no, I think we turned off the heat. It was really cold. We needed people to come in the house and warm it up. They were the house warmers.
Okay.
We had that competition to see who could make their temperature the hottest. You won.
I won because I think I was sick. Well, I'm like, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, I do remember that. You didn't stay the whole time though.
No,
Good for you.
Just infected and then left.
I was looking up Facebook Marketplace stuff yesterday, and a guy was like, feeling really sick. So if you want it, you got to come to my house.
Oh, cool.
Leave it on the porch, maybe.
I'll just breathe on it and then leave it on the porch for you. Okay.
So yeah, theme parties are fun.
I think, and in college, like it's so easy. Like people will go crazy and like get excited about almost any theme you can think. Like you can be like we had a tradition actually with one of your friends, Kirsten's roommates. Back in the day, we would go to her house. Her name is Erin, and it was Pumpkin Mondays, and like everyone loved it.
What? I'm so lost.
We had a tradition.
Kirsten's roommates?
Yeah, Kirsten's college roommates.
No,
not our roommates now. In college, we had a tradition with Kirsten. Sorry, I thought we understood. Thought we understood that it was in college.
Whoa!
In college, yeah, we had. It was literally we just like did something that had to do with pumpkins, like whether it was like we eat like pumpkin something, we drink pumpkin something,
Pumpkin will be involved.
Yeah, and it was like the stupidest thing, but it's college, so everyone's like, yeah, pumpkin.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's just. And having a tradition of any kind, just like get something regular going, get something like traditions. Like
I loved trying to start traditions in college.
Yeah.
SBU had nothing. It was so lame culturally that you could do anything. And maybe Liberty's that way too, where it's like, there's not a lot going on a year by year basis. Start something up.
Yeah.
Have like a really vague title for a party. Just call it the green party.
Yeah.
And people could celebrate however they want. Are they going to wear green? They're going to bring a plant? Are they going to vote for Ralph Nader? Like, what does the green party mean to you?
Right. Yeah.
I don't think that's just a party affiliation. I think it was independent, but still, you get what I'm saying. The political wordplay there.
Yeah, I get it.
A vague party theme is fun.
Right. Just don't. Well, it's Liberty, so they wouldn't take it the wrong way.
I mean, the city's called Lynchburg. My gosh.
Oh boy. Hello. The Fighting Jerry Falwells. Anyway.
Maybe have a Rodan and Fields theme party. That could be fun. See how few people you can get if it's themed that. That'd be fun.
Right. Have it. Yeah.
Hey, we're doing our bonfire.
We are going to be welding jewelry on people. So come on out.
Yeah, we're going to be doing, what are some other ones?
We're just going to do a Mary Kay party real quick. Mary Kay was like the original.
Yeah, Mary Kay Amway.
Yeah, what is that one? I hear people referencing that one a lot.
It sounds like a train company, but I
does.
don't think it is.
That's not it.
Amtrak. That's why I think of that. Nailed it. You could have an Amtrak theme party. That's kind of fun.
That'd be good.
Amtrak party.
I'd go to that.
Those are big.
Let's go to Lynchburg for some Amtrak parties.
All right, let's move on. Wait, is that the... Oh, wait. We got a lot of E's coming up. We got Emma, Emily, Emma. My gosh.
Holy cow.
Hey, Jake and Brad. It's Emma from North Carolina. I was wondering if you could help me out with something. My parents just bought an RV, and they keep asking me and my sisters to come up with a vanity plate but they don't like any of our suggestions. So I was wondering if you guys could come up with a good vanity plate for them. It has to be 7 characters. Okay, love the pod. Bye.
Good question, Emma. That's kind of fun. I wish we could know what has been rejected already to get a little a pulse of what her parents like.
She didn't give us much about her parents. Where did you say? I think she said she was from North Carolina.
It'd be like saying, "Hey, can you do a cameo for my friend?"
Caption. Yeah.
That's it.
Just doesn't even tell us their names.
I don't know. The first thing that came to mind is if your parents are like William Hung fans, you just do like WILLHNG, like Will Hung.
Will Hung.
That could be fun. Like if they like William Hung, like he was so funny back in the day.
Or just WLL, maybe. WLLHNG. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Or sorry. Yeah. It's just 6 characters.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was thinking like they're from North Carolina, so they're either Duke or North Carolina fans. And so they have a lot of banners hung at their. So I would say HNG BNRS.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's good. What if, I bet, okay, if you're in an RV, I bet you road trip around everywhere. They probably go through Northwest Arkansas at some point. They're going to love Northwest Arkansas.
Okay.
What you do, you go ahead and just get them the acronym for Northwest Arkansas, NWA. Just get them that just by itself. NWA.
And I would make sure like RVs, you're obviously living in there. So I would tint all the windows, like make sure you cannot see in there at all. You know, I always, as a kid, for real talk, this is for real. Like, this is like a great example of why I don't think I'll ever get a tattoo, is because for the longest time, I was so convinced that the coolest license plate my parents could have, like for a vanity plate, would just say, "Wazza."
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I thought, no, I was genuinely like, that's the funniest commercial of all time.
It doesn't get better than this.
Like that would be amazing if my dad had that on his Chevy Lumina. Like, come on, please. And my parents were like, no, I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think.
You're like, are you thinking about it? Or
how much is it? Like, maybe I can like put some of my birthday money towards it. Like, I can't tell you how confident I was that was like the greatest idea. And now I look back and I'm like, that's so dumb.
I'm so glad they didn't let me do that.
I mean, we could just go for some free advertisement here. GSTRNRS.
There you go.
Yeah. Ghostrunners.
I'll take it. See what they think of that.
I think NWA maybe takes the cake.
Of all the options, the Ghostrunners one.
Or hung banners.
A hung banner.
Or hang banners. Like, hey, we're about to hang Make sure.
Not past tense.
Yeah.
Future
Make sure
tense.
you put like a border, like a Duke border or something around it. Cause like whether it's Duke lacrosse, Duke basketball, they love hanging banners.
Yeah.
So that's my thought.
That's really good, Brad. I'm sure.
Or what about just like hot stuff? Like they just think they're hot stuff. So
Just
just
hot stuff.
HOTSTUF.
Yeah.
Or yeah. That's it.
Oh, right. 7 characters. Just vehicle. Just vehicle.
There you go.
It just gets the point across. That's exactly what it is. Nothing clever. Just vehicle.
I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to stall. I'm just giving you more time to think of something. No, it's all good. It's all
think
good.
of like, yeah.
This is kind of a fun question.
Hang
Like, how
banners.
can you like mislead people?
Right.
You know, something is just terrible. Hang banners. You're not going to top that. That's so funny. Okay, let's get on to.
I might think of more, and I'll put them on Patreon.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah.
Come back to it. Emily, I'm excited. The title of her voice memo says, "I watched Memento,"
Perfect.
which you and Trey and I were just talking about
Literally,
Memento
yeah.
when Trey was talking about how he doesn't like Batman. I'm like, dude, Christopher Nolan Memento, it's so good.
Yeah, comment below if you're a really big fan of Christopher Nolan, because we thought about doing a video Christopher Nolan stuff. Yeah, tell us what you think.
That's what to think about that. All right, Emily.
Hey guys, this is Emily from Michigan. A while back, Jake had mentioned on the podcast that he watched the movie Memento and that he liked it. So I was curious and I watched it recently. And I did think it was a really cool movie, kept me interested the whole time. But there was one thing that I just kept thinking about the entire time I was watching it. So the main character, obviously, he's got like the short-term memory loss problem. And the whole time, I just kept thinking that he must stink to high heavens. So you see him shower once in the movie. It's over multiple days. You see him waking up all the time in different places, never brushes his teeth, wearing the same clothes the entire time. Must have just smelled terrible. So my question for you guys is there anything that you notice in movies or TV shows that when you see it, it just really bothers you? Thanks, guys. Love ya. Bye.
Okay, Emily. Couple things. One, I'm getting a FaceTime from Jace Goodman right now. I really want to answer.
The strong guy, Jace?
Yeah, he's probably the hottest guy I know. I think the ghosties would really appreciate it. But look,
is he taken?
He is.
Don't say his. Yeah, take out his last name then. Don't cause the
I
ladies
need
to
this,
stumble.
not him. All right, let's get back to Emily. Emily, love ya. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Can't say I even somewhat agree with you. That is such a bad take. I mean, that is just that. The movie was awesome. It was so unique. It was so good. It kept my interest the whole time. However, it didn't share every detail of his life. It wasn't an unedited vlog. It was like only showing the parts that mattered in the movie. Like every movie that just doesn't show someone like pooping or sleeping. You're like, I don't know if he slept for 3 years.
Yeah, what's his REM cycle like?
Boyhood, he grew up. I never saw him poop. What kind of habits does this guy have?
That's true. I never think about the hygienic aspects of any of the characters. I just always assume they probably look that way because they showered.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, just what an awful stance to take. Like, the movie was fine, I guess. It was a phenomenal plot. It was one of the more groundbreaking premises and more just original pieces of art I've ever seen. But when does the guy shower? He's got short-term memory loss.
He must have smelled. So,
and to be honest, I do not see the correlation between short-term memory loss and hygiene. Like every time your memory resets,
maybe he's more hygienic.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Like, yeah, if anything, you might put deodorant on twice one morning.
Oh gosh, yeah. I need a shower. It's like you just showered 5 minutes ago, bro.
I just don't. I don't know, Emily. I feel like Emily was trying to be like a contrarian.
Okay.
It's like, I don't want to give Jake the benefit of the doubt and just say this was a phenomenal movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to find something.
Some plot hole here. Yeah.
I never saw him eat breakfast. Does the guy even eat breakfast?
He didn't eat a vegetable the whole time.
This movie sucks.
Yeah.
I never saw Bruce Wayne go to the bathroom.
Yeah. How many brush his
Wash.
I know his name is Washington, so it screwed me up.
Have a brushing tin. Dang it.
How many times do you see him brush his teeth? His breath must stink.
I can't even think of one time.
Nailed it. Nailed that joke.
Nailed it. And I'm starting to think, I don't know if I can think of a single movie, Brad, where anyone has ever clipped their toenails.
No.
I don't know if there's one.
And there's some movies like the character, like you see him over years and years of his life. Forrest Gump must have like disgusting ingrowns.
No wonder he liked certain shoes.
Oh, exactly.
Probably needed them bigger size.
That's right.
Because of his toenails.
Something. I don't know. Something bit me. I was just going to try to think of a...
It just, I can't believe that movies are winning Oscars and they're not even showing us any part of their childhood. It just skips straight to adulthood. What a bogus movie concept.
Like, did they even go through puberty?
We never saw it.
I didn't see one hair.
Yeah. Nothing sprouted, nothing dropped.
I don't know.
Nothing bled. Yeah. I don't know what happened to them.
Gosh.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, like cuts and scrapes and stuff.
That happens in adolescence. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a terrible movie.
I have an answer. I have an answer for you, Emily.
I don't. That's all I have to say.
One of my favorite movies of all time has plenty of plot holes in it, and I look past them just like it sounds like we are exhorting you to do with Memento.
Fast and Furious 3.
It's called Home Alone. 3 Fast, 3 Furious. No. Home Alone, one of the more baffling plot holes to me is when they call the police because their phone lines are down. Like, police, you have to go, check on my son. He's home alone. The cops knock on the door a few times. Nobody answers. And so the cop walkies to the, station and goes, "There's no kids here. The house looks fine. Tell them to count their kids again." That's all they did. And from then on, Kevin's like, "I'm on my own. Like, the police aren't with me." Like if you have a kid that says, "Hey, we think that we know our kid is missing. We are in Florida," or they're in France for the first one. "We're in France. You got to do something." Are they in Florida? Now I'm feeling bad about which one I remember. But that's just amazing to me. Like the cops are like, "Yeah, that's okay."
I knocked 4 times.
And then spoiler alert, at the end of the movie, old man Marley takes out the bad guys for Kevin at some neighbor's house. And then old man Marley goes, let's get you home. And then takes him back to his home. And this very wise, very old man just proceeds to leave this kid home alone until his mom indefinitely comes back for him. Like Kevin has no idea when his mom's coming back.
He's just like, hey.
And old man Marley's like, it is Christmas, so I'm going to go back with my family now.
You spent it alone in this 5,500 square foot house.
Right. That won't creep you out at all. It just amazes me. Those two are like the ones I can't get past. Like, obviously, like, how did he know to do this? Or why didn't the bad guys think, to be more careful here? Like, of course.
Marbles are slippery.
That's Hollywood for you. But the cop thing where there's just like, there's no kids here. The house looks fine. Tell them to count their kids again. It just baffles me.
That is kind of bad.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. Another one. Emma.
Hi, Jake and Brad. This is Emma from Philadelphia. I'm almost done listening to all the podcasts episodes and really been loving it. So thanks for that. But I have a couple of questions. First of all, I have seen a ton of celebrities start podcasts this year. I think just not having things to do because of COVID, disrupting their normal work things. So I'm curious, what do you think the future of podcasting is? Will there be a deficit in a couple months as everybody stops podcasting and starts doing other things? Or will it continue to be a very full market? Secondly, I have loved all your references to other comedians. Big fan of comedians, especially you guys, and of course, other ones like Brian Regan or Jim Gaffigan. So who else do you recommend? Who else should I start listening to? Would really appreciate your recommendation. Anyway, thanks so much. Bye.
Emma, thanks for all the kind words. That's a fun question. Fun. I love thinking about the future. Strengths Finder, number one.
What's it called? Futuristic?
Futuristic.
Okay.
Yeah. So all about it. Obviously, I don't know much about it because no one has. Nostradamus did all right. Nikola Tesla did all right.
I don't know. Big Daddy God knows what he's doing.
Oh, freaking God.
Freaking God does. Hey, I know that you don't know what your future holds, Jake.
What? Okay.
But freaking God does. All right. So freaking hold on.
Get it through your freaking head, right?
Get it through your
effing
freaking
eternity,
head.
dude. Pearly effing gates, dude. Bro.
Repent. Yeah. Effing turn away from your sin right effing now. You understand?
I don't know how else to say it. Okay. Future of like podcasting, comedy, all that. I don't know. I mean,
there's a ton. I will say when I worked that long day, I ran out of all my podcasts pretty quick and I was looking for some. It's harder to find good podcasts than you think. Like there's a ton of options, but it's like, I don't know if these are any good.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like somebody to curate that a little better for me. So if you have recommendations for me for podcasts, this is my one time I'm asking for them. After this week, please don't give them to me because
you have until next Monday.
Yeah.
I think podcasting as a genre, if you want to call it that, is going nowhere but up.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so easy to consume. Everyone's starting to realize how easy it is to create.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the podcast industry is only going to do better and better.
I wonder how the podcast industry has affected the music industry.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I wonder, I'm sure the music industry is still doing just fine, but
probably, but
I wonder if it has seen like a little bit downturn on Spotify or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to look at. I think you can look at like different business deals that have been struck recently and see where podcasting is going.
Right.
Like Joe Rogan's Spotify exclusive deal is rumored to be at like $500 million.
Right.
And that could be higher than that. The Caller Daddy Girl got a $60 million exclusive deal with Spotify.
Right.
$60 million just for her.
Right.
I don't see any way that Spotify makes that money back from her.
Right.
It's just a way to
more
get
of like
users.
A clout thing. Yeah.
Or clout, sure.
Well, just like hey, like Spotify is legit in the podcast.
Yeah, it's like a branding thing. Like
right.
if you want top quality, podcasts, the only way to get it is Spotify. So yeah, I think podcasts are going to be more and more popular as a whole, and I think celebrities are going to continue to jump more and more on the train. But I do think what they're going to notice is they don't have as dedicated of a fan base as they think they probably do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it just takes a while with a podcast to develop that. So you can't just dive right in and sell podcast merch, probably. For instance.
Right. Yeah.
So, and I don't know, I think we're going to see a lot more just like entertainers and comedians coming from podcasting. I feel like that's happening, like Theo Vaughn, Chris D'Elia, different comedians I can think of right now. Like we're already doing stand-up beforehand, but their podcast built their platform to what it is now. To where now they're like booking like theaters and they weren't beforehand, and their podcast has helped them get there. So I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I wonder what like the A-list celebrities that are doing podcasts right now are going to do when things change, because podcasting is just so easy in the logistics of the world to do, like compared to almost any other avenue of entertainment. Like producing a podcast is pretty easy, like compared to movies, TV shows, songs, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
So like being able to turn them out is not the difficult thing. It's just a matter of if it's worth those people's while, which I don't know. I wonder how. I would imagine certain brands or certain people just get like brand deals, like really good brand deals right off the bat. Like,
Yeah.
like I can't think of a better example than this. So this is kind of a stupid one, but like Joe Buck, the announcer, like sportscaster, has a podcast. And I'm sure like right when he started, a lot of sports companies.
Yeah. He's
were,
like with an
throwing money at
agency.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas the other ones, I wonder if they're going to fall off because they're like, this isn't worth it for me. But
I feel like it's a sign too. Didn't like Hillary Clinton start a podcast like a year ago or so? Like
I
the
don't
fact
know.
that people like that are getting into podcasting shows you that like there's something to it.
Sure.
Even if it's not money, it's just like a way to build depth in your audience, a way to get to your audience that, no Instagram post, no blog post can.
Well, people are starting to view podcasts as like a source of news and information. Like,
I mean, they view our podcast that way.
Absolutely. That's exactly what they say. But like, rather than like, oh, I watch the news, they're like, no, I listen to this podcast.
I listen to like,
that's how I learn about my politics or whatever.
What's the NPR one? Like every day there's like a fresh up
something
new.
I thought I was going to say, something news or
News first, up first, fresh daily, fresh fruit.
Do you have a special on zucchinis?
Where's the eggplant? Something like that.
Where's the eggplant? Yeah. Start that podcast.
Yeah. NPR. You get it. So there's some guesses. I don't know. None of us know, but
comedians, I don't have very many answers because
we don't really know many comedians.
Well, and every time I do watch one, I think I just have such a high bar for them. Not because I think I'm like funnier than them, just because I just have a high bar for stand-up
That's
comic.
exactly how I feel too.
Right.
Like I don't think I'm expecting a ton, but I didn't laugh that much.
Like I'm not watching it thinking I could do better than them.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking this isn't very funny. I'm not laughing. So I will say the 3 comedians I can think of that I've laughed out loud at in the last 3 years, probably on a Netflix special. Nate Bargatze.
Yes.
Which this one's a little bit whatever. Chris D'Elia. He's really inappropriate, but he made me laugh one time. So I'm putting him on the list. And then, what's his name? He's an Asian guy. Ronnie Chang, I think is his name.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, he got old for me after like probably 10 minutes, but the first 10 minutes I was like, this is pretty good. And I think it's also inappropriate. So just disclaimers out there for those. But Nate Bargatze is far and away my favorite.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah.
Good delivery.
So,
cool. We have more voice memos to get to, but our camera, we only had an hour and 58 minutes of recording time, and we're getting there.
We trust it.
So we need to get on to some reviews of the week. Brad, would you like to start?
Yeah, mine's from Cam from the I'm Down Boys.
Oh, baby.
And I'm not going to say that. I was about to say Cam's my favorite I'm Down Boy. I can't choose favorites.
Nonpartisan.
I will say Cam is the one I resonate with the most. He is the one that gets the biggest shirts of the I'm Down Boys. He's the biggest boy. And he does woodworking. So I like those 2 things about him. So I'm going to read this like I'm Cam. The title is Jelly-Filled Donut. Wow. What can I say about a podcast that truly has it all? Jake and Brad's voices are like sweet and sassy molasses, seeping out of my earbuds to my cranial canal where I usually cram Q-tips. Is this going very well?
Yeah.
But no, not today. Nay, no. I put the sweet, succulent mouth jam of Jake and Brad we commoners call words. As I injected that oh so good jelly glaze into our ear donuts. To say Jake and Brad are incredible at their job is a sick understatement. And not like, dude, that Chevy PT Cruiser is sick. A group of words probably never strung together, but sick as in terminally ill, such as cancer or nut allergy, an illness such as
nut allergy,
an illness such someone under the 18th year of one's life would never be given a telegraph call about making a wish. And this is such a long run on thing. And if I were such a lucky person as this, I would use the wish to go stargazing on a crystal clear night. That way, when I see that fateful first star that night, I could say, star with so much light, star that shined so bright, star that graced my eye first time this night. I wish I might have this wish I wish tonight. Then I would whisper a sweet, soft wish. I may hear the cast of pod every day. It's more like that, but I can't keep going. This is so long. But until that illness finally comes, I'll have to settle for every Monday. Anyway, all that to say, they are amazing is an understatement. They rock, and not in the way a boulder, in fact, lives its life, but in the way a rock star shines his head back and forth
Shines his head back and forth.
and lives his life. Like glue, the furniture to the ceiling type of stuff. It says type A stuff. This free-range floating moon rock we call home is a whole lot better because we have Jake and Brad and the Ghostrunners podcast to cram in our cranial. Signing off for now. Sincerely love, Cameron Prohl from the I'm Down Boys.
That was phenomenal.
No, it was fine.
I liked your voice. That added to it. It's just crazy. It'll never like not astonish me that like people are out there spending time writing something like that. Just for what? Just, you know, I guess with the hope that we'll read it on the podcast or just even if we don't, just that someone out there will read it someday. Like that's so awesome. It's so funny. And like, thank you to all the people who leave us reviews, even the ones we don't read, you know, because obviously we read all of them.
We do.
To ourselves. But it just blows my mind that you would spend time doing anything for us.
Yeah, you're the man, Cam.
Watching our videos or typing something out. That's impressive.
It is impressive.
Mine is actually going to be a DM that we received this past week.
Okay.
And it comes from Jamie. Hi, Jake and Brad. I just wanted to share how much your podcast means to me. My 2-year-old was up all night, so I'm exhausted. I got a flat tire this morning, so my husband had to come switch cars with me. I had to get gas for his car, but I can't find the gas release button. Go to call him, and my phone isn't working. Finally find the button, and then spill gas on my hands. I got diagnosed with melanoma last week, and I'm anxiously awaiting my procedure tomorrow to hopefully remove it all. So I'm already on edge and scared and having a hard week as I'm sitting in my car about to have a breakdown because I smell like gas and I'm having the most Monday of Mondays ever. I remember that I have a new podcast to listen to. You guys just saved me from having my whole day ruined because of a bad morning. This podcast has brought me so much light and laughter during the hardest year of my life, and I can't thank you both enough. So grateful for the Ghostrunners. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Jamie.
Jamie, God bless.
Words of AF. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying all that. That's awesome.
Hope
every single
good
person
with melanoma.
Or sorry.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to say.
Yeah.
Every single person listening to this right now is in some sort of different like mental state, different part of their day. It could be someone out there listening right now. It's midnight. Some people are listening at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Some people are starting their day, ending their day, middle of their day, lunch break. Doesn't matter. Like it's affecting everyone differently. It just even outside of our podcast, every time you listen to a song, it affects you in a way. Every time you watch a movie, it's just like it's just crazy that we're a part of this industry that like has an effect on people.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's like, it's almost like responsibility these days. Like,
but at the same time, it's like, like we just did this, you know, anyone has access
Obviously,
to this.
we have so much fun. Yeah. It's free for us, but it's like, oh man, like, hey,
let's lift them up.
Yeah.
If we can.
Lift them up.
I don't know. Get that license plate. You deserve it.
That's right. Oh, I thought of another one real quick. It would be, instead of going vroom, VROOOOM, go RVOOOM. So it looks like they like purposely like tried to do vroom, but like RV. You get it? Like, because they're in an RV.
I get it.
That one might be a little more acceptable to them.
Yeah, that's not bad.
All right, we got 4 minutes to make this thing happen.
Oh wow.
And we don't even know the jingle yet.
Oh shoot. It's blinking.
Okay.
All right.
Blinken.
You ready? A Blinken. You ready to run this episode?
Do you want to do 1.5 times? I think I can do it on this one.
All right.
If I can pull it up real quick.
Let me click it. Let me give you 1.2.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Okay. Go.
All right. 1.25.
Go.
Come on. I played it.
Oh, baby.
Come on. Oh, and we still got time on the camera. This is Big Ghostrunners episode 120 minus 1. Hope you liked it. Check us out on patreon.com and also ghostrunners.live because we sell t-shirts and blankets and even kids onesies. That's for real. That's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's
Love
what's
you guys.
Up.
Ghostrunners podcast. Every